Hey everybody, I'm the Ranting Monkey, and with me as always is my buddy Scribe. Say hi, Scribe.
Hi, Scribe.
And joining us again is Satsu 2 Cents. Say hi, Sat. And tonight we don't really have a topic, which I feel kind of bad about since everybody else is streaming, but fuck them, we'll just talk. We will go over some news events like we always do and then just start shooting the shit. Scribe, do you have any news stories for us?
Well, let's see. Do you want funny first or serious first?
Let's get serious out of the way.
Okay, so what the fuck is going on in the Netherlands regarding Turkey? Well, if you didn't already know, there are currently riots going on in Rotterdam because this is kind of a convoluted story. And I'm reading from the AP Wire. The Dutch first withdrew the landing rights of the foreign minister of Turkey because of objections to his intention to attend a rally in Rotterdam for a Turkish referendum on constitutional reforms to expand presidential powers, which the Dutch see as a step backward from democracy.
What?
So
I'm going to need that in
Yeah, so the Netherlands are disagreeing with Turkey's attempts to try to influence their country on behalf of the Turkish residents within Netherlands. This is how I understand it. And then after having done this, after barring the diplomats' entry into the country, President Erdogan of Turkey told a rally in Istanbul that the Dutch, quote, do not know politics or international diplomacy. He compared them to Nazi remnants. They are fascists.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And at present, there are riots going on from Turkish and or Muslim residents within Rotterdam rioting, and they've opened up the fire hoses on the crowds.
Nice.
So now this is my rough understanding from what I'm reading from the AP. So if I have any of that wrong, I apologize, but this is all that I've got right now to go on. I've got several different stories about things related to this, but that's as far as I can tell.
So
just
the Dutch
are
interfering in the Turkish.
No, the Dutch are. The Dutch prevented a Turkish diplomat from coming into their country to attend a rally in the Netherlands to promote a anti-democratic thing going on. I guess. I guess. I don't know.
Presumably anti-democratic or actually
Well,
anti-democratic?
as apparently the Netherlands interpreted to be an anti-democratic move or something.
I'm sure this is just going to show me as a arrogant American. But yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I know. It's just kind of odd because I mean you got enough tensions in Europe right now between Turkey and outsiders and the Muslims and the immigrants and back and forth and everything. So
yeah,
and Erdogan's not exactly a very nice guy. So I don't know. It's just one more nutball thing in Europe, I guess.
Yeah, fucking people over there. Just knock it off.
But I do have something funny.
Yeah, let's. What you got funny?
I do have a funny one.
No,
this is the headline, and I think the headline pretty much says it all. But I'll read the very short details. This is so sheriff : because this is the sheriff telling us. Man texts girl, she better be worth risk of jail.
Oh dear fuck.
Opelousas, if I'm saying that right, Louisiana. An 18-year-old Louisiana man has been arrested for what authorities say were inappropriate text messages to a 14-year-old girl, including, quote, you better be worth risking going to jail, unquote. The St. Landry Parish Sheriff's spokesman, Major Eddie Thibodeau, says George Thomas Wiley III of Krotz Springs is free on $13,500 bond after his arrest Thursday on charges including computer-aided solicitation of a minor. Sheriff Bobby Goudreau says in a news release that a parent called detectives after checking the girl's text messages. The sheriff said the jail comment came after a question about the girl's age.
Wow.
He says Wiley acknowledged sending the text to the girl and received a picture of her breasts through Snapchat.
Snapchat.
Yeah.
That's super secure.
That's basically the end of the story.
Well, I'm surprised they didn't try to hit him for kiddie porn.
Well, that could be coming. Who knows?
I mean, that's definitely going to be a part of it afterwards. You know.
You better be worth going to jail for.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, the number one question.
Well,
That's
see,
my next T-shirt.
This is how this conversation apparently went. So he's talking to this chick. He says, "How old are you?" She says, 14. He says, "You better be worth going to jail for." She sends him a picture of her tits.
Well, I guess if you're trying to sell it, that's the way to go. But Jesus Christ,
You better be worth going to jail for. So he can't claim that he was ignorant of what the situation was.
Okay, anybody out there listening, if you have to type, "You better be worth going to jail for," don't do it. Just stop. That should have set off the alarms that you stop talking to that person. For fuck's sake.
You would think.
Oh my Christ. Fucking rednecks.
Yeah, but this is an 18-year-old moron with a name the size of Sheboygan. It sounds like he's maybe like a rich kid, because I never hear people with like that long a name and the third at the end unless they're upper class or something.
What was his first name?
George Thomas Wiley III.
Oh, that could go either way.
Let's see. Krotz Springs. Is that a fancy part of Louisiana? I wonder. I'll look it up.
Uh-oh, is Mama from down that way? Did I just insult her?
Uh-oh.
Whoops.
What? Hey now? Hey, uh-oh.
Okay, the only story I have tonight is actually the one I'm doing my video on for tomorrow. Defiant Girl, for those of you who don't know, she's a bronze statue that was placed in front of the bronze bull out in front of Wall Street. And, thank you so much, Bearded. Our nightly reminder, there's a little $sign at the bottom of your screen if you'd like to donate to the monkey. I would really appreciate it. I need a new computer so I can make better stuff for you. Anyway, so Defiant Girl, which is probably the best symbol for feminism I've ever heard of, because she's placed in front of the bull with her hands on her hips, and it's like she's stopping the bull, and that bull symbolizes economic growth.
Mm-hmm.
And you got this little girl demanding attention instead. And I cannot think of a better symbol for third wave feminism.
Yeah, childish defiance.
Yes. So yes, I am a hornnick, and I'm okay with it.
I'm proud to be an American. Oh.
For those of you watching this tomorrow, that was in the chat. Anyway, so last night, or the night before, I'm sorry, I forget the date. This group of women decided they wanted to go see the little statue of the little girl and be empowered by it. And as they were there, 3 college-age kids come by and they start climbing on the bull. And then one of them goes over and dry humps the little girl. not a little girl, the bronze statue of a little girl.
Yes, the inanimate object.
Yes, which of course has become why we need feminism, because drunk ass young guys do inappropriate things to statues. We don't need feminism because they were climbing on the bull and doing shit to it, just because it was for this little
well, that statue is representative of all female empowerment, and that man was defiling and oppressing women all over the world by raping that social construct he was raping.
Oh my God. Well, it is literally a construct. It's a bronze construct.
Bronze construct, yeah.
Well, the after story is he was actually shining it. He works there, and
I was just polishing it. See? My dick is a buffer mechanism.
I was just dusting it. Yeah. But these women were like really pissed off about it.
Oh, of course.
It's like the epitome of first world problems. That does not affect your life at all. And it is not, it was proof of sexism. No, it's proof that sometimes guys do stupid shit to make their friends laugh.
Yep.
Yeah. And at last I heard humping a statue is not illegal.
Oh, it probably will be after this.
Oh yeah. Well, no. Humping a statue of a woman will be
a woman. Oh, you know what? Since it's actually a little girl, he's a pedophile.
Oh, that's right.
Maybe it was Milo.
A bronze pedophile. Maybe it was
Monkey.
Milo.
Sorry.
It was a little girl, so it couldn't have been Milo.
True.
No,
well, it does kind of look like a boy in a dress.
And bronze is kind of a brownish shade depending on the lighting.
Oh my god.
You started it, jerk.
He started it.
Whatever.
I just continued it.
Now, do we know, is that a permanent installation, that little girl?
It looks like it, but from what I've read, it doesn't really sound like it. So
I was under the impression it was just sort of a temporary thing for International Women's Day or something, but not necessarily this is going to be a companion piece to the Wall Street Bull, but I don't know.
Mara says the stream already devolved. We hit a record. We're only 10 minutes in.
It's the patriarchy. There's only 3 of us here.
That's right. Yeah, there's no female influence in here.
Uh-oh.
Well, I mean, we started with nothing. So
are you going to have Lady
technically
Monkey? Are you going to have Lady Monkey monitoring the chat again?
I don't know if she's going to want to or not. She really enjoyed last night.
No, well, I think if she's available.
Wait a minute, she enjoyed your comment section?
She did. She was laughing her ass off at it. My wife likes fucked up humor.
She married you.
Exactly. She has to. There are times I go too far even for her, like the joke that I won't tell. But for the most part, we get along with my sense of humor. How far have you, Monkey Scribe, gone to make friends laugh? Ooh, oh wow. The craziest I did was run naked around people's cars on a dare.
I can't recall I've ever done anything like a truth or dare kind of thing to make people laugh. Like when my friends are feeling down, I just become sort of a gallows humor comedian for them and try to cheer them up by sort of distracting them with other stuff or whatever. My mother was a peacekeeper, just as a sort of a natural thing. She was always trying to make everybody sort of content and happy and keep everything light. I picked up some of that, but I'm also tempered by my father's humor, which is dad humor, if you hadn't noticed. And also some pretty dark stuff. So I'm kind of a cheering you up through gloomy clouds kind of thing, if that makes any sense.
Gotcha. What about you, Sat? Anything crazy you've done?
Not really. Like I was kind of a reserved kid.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. When I did get older, though, like when I got into high school, I was kind of class clownish because when I did find my voice, it was always in sarcasm and humor. So I pissed a lot of people off, and I got into a lot of fights because my sarcasm was just off the charts. And I used to get smart with teachers and shit to make people laugh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I made good grades and shit, and the teachers would like get aggravated with me, but they knew that I was a smart kid or whatever. But they would just ask me sometimes like really dumb questions, and I'd come back with a really dumb answer, and I'd be like, "Well, stop asking me dumb questions."
Yeah, no shit.
And they get pissed off, and I'm just like, "Well, there you go."
Is Lotus in here? Not Lotus Wolf, the other one.
Serenity Lotus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think had a question for me, but yeah, she's not here yet, as far as I know.
Okay, we got to remember to keep an eye out for them.
Keep an eye out. Actually, what Satsu was talking about just kind of is a good segue to the not serious but topic thing I had come up with prior to the stream to actually drop on you guys.
Bring it on.
So I just this morning after I woke up at 3 a.m. and just decided I need to do something productive and put out the video. My latest video, slight plug, is in a series I call Curriculum of Fear, which deals with like school and the social justice type stuff and some other kind of weird things that are infecting just like grade school, high school, and into college, I guess. With
Serenity is here. Don't forget.
Okay.
Ask your question while we're looking at the chat. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Scribe. I'll keep an eye on it.
So I was just curious. Monkey and I are relative contemporaries. Satsu, I think you're younger than us by good measure.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I'm just
how old are you, Sat?
Yeah.
26.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Monkey, how would you classify your education? I mean, was it private school? Was it public school?
Public school.
Was it quality? I mean, do you think it was good on reflection?
It was my actual, what I would call actual study courses. Absolutely. History, math, science. Those were great.
Sure.
Electives. No, they were a waste of time.
Yeah.
Except drama. I love drama class.
What about you, Sat?
Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Were you public education?
Oh yeah, the schools I went to were shit, and unfortunately, the school that I attended was a sports school, so they were like really big on sports. If you didn't play sports, you were kind of irrelevant. If you weren't valedictorian, they didn't really care about your grades. It was one of those schools, so I hated it.
Lots of cracks to fall through.
Mm-hmm.
I had a relatively I was put into the gifted program when I was in first grade or so, and so I was learning at an accelerated level for the first 6 grades. I was doing pre-algebra in 6th grade, which was relatively advanced at the time. Then, for some reason, as soon as I moved on to junior high, they decided that they wanted to lose my records or something and put me into lesser classes, and so I lost all that advantage I had over the course of the summer, my brain not retaining it all. And I had hit or miss teachers here and there, but I always did well relatively, so I don't know. But I was curious, so as you've raised a few kids now, Monkey,
Yes.
and I presume you have been aware of their education in the process of things. How would you compare their education to yours?
Their education was worse than mine. My daughter, not so much, because she was in all advanced classes, so she was really pushed. The other two were just in the regular classes, and it was crap. I remember. Hello?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So I remember with my daughter, I was working with her the first time I ran into the Common Core math bullshit. We were doing math together, and I helped her with her problem. She goes, "No, that's not how you do it." I'm like, "That's absolutely how you fucking do it."
Right.
And then she showed me what they're supposed to do, and I'm like, "Oh, just Jesus fuck no."
Was it that weird grid shit?
Yeah. Got to make boxes, and because you can't just count anymore, you have to. Yeah. They were so much more worried about student feelings, that because I told you with my daughter, when the teacher wanted us to talk to her because she wanted to excel.
Yeah.
Like, oh fuck no, a child has standards.
Yeah.
But yeah, it really wasn't good. They were much more concerned with self-esteem than learning.
Yeah, the videos I've done so far in this kind of stuff, on the one hand, the first couple of videos were like these conferences of like junior high and high school teachers sort of having these meetings of the minds on their curriculums and how to best teach social justice in the classroom. And these meetings were like, had like 20, 30 teachers in there, or educators or something. And it was very, very disturbing, because it was sort of like, it was everything cliche about what you hear from the rampant SJWs, except it was coming from a more subdued and more articulate group of people who were saying the exact same things, but talking about it as, how can we instill these values, quote unquote, into our students? And yeah, I thankfully I missed the boat on all of this stuff in my education wasn't golden by any means, but I dodged the bullet, because I think I graduated college about maybe 5 or 6 years before this really started going in some of the liberal colleges. And I look at this now, and especially in the one I did today, where you've got some graduate students, like they've just gotten their master's, or they're just completing their major, and I'm listening to them talking like, I am being a black woman, I have several identities, all of which make me invisible to society.
I just finished watching your video before the stream started. I about shit myself when she said that.
When I heard that, I was like, what are you talking about? I did a quick Google search on her. I'm like, what are you talking? You're on a stage. You have a master's degree in college. It's not a master's degree that's going to do anything, but still, what are you talking about?
That was actually my favorite part, because she said she got her bachelor's in, what was it, health? And then
she majored in public health
with
a focus on gender sexuality.
Gender studies.
Fuck?
Gender studies and health don't go together. unless it's mental health and
Right.
what the fuck is
Sorry.
wrong with gender studies.
I misspoke. It was a master's in public health, but she
Right.
had a major in gender studies with a focus on gender sexuality in public health, which just sounds like a mess of words. And
It's an expensive degree that's not going to do shit for her except let her write a book that other people will have to study in college.
right. And she and the other girl, the environmental humanities major. And I looked that up. I was like, what? I trying to think, what is a environmental humanities major? And I looked up the course requirements, and it's just this smorgasbord of nonsense. Just like introductory intro to classes and like there's a class called, I think, rational thinking or something, and critical analysis and ecofeminism, film and literature. I was like, what the fuck is
God.
this shit?
That sounds like
but-
pure fuckery.
Yeah, but I mean, I was long story short, looking at this, and these are now 2 students that they are profiling as their top, like, here are their super duper students,
Mm-hmm.
and they're about to enter into the world, having been told all the way up to this point that everything that they thought that justified them getting these quote unquote college majors and degrees is now what they're going to take out into the world, into places where supposedly they'll have some kind of influence or something. If they're going to be given a stage and promoted by the president of the university as they're spewing out absolute nonsense. I mean, if you listen to that one girl with the red hair, there's this point at which she just belts out like a whole raft of words that mean nothing. But she thinks they mean something. Oh God!
I like how she described that she was a self-taught feminist.
I after I'd already scripted, I came back to that, and it was already too late. And I was like, God, I should say something about that, because when I think of self-taught, I think of someone who like repairs cars.
Yeah.
Or like I'm a self-taught beer brewer or something like that. Some kind of vocational skill.
Yeah. No.
Well, when you,
self-taught feminist.
I'm a self-taught Catholic.
She victimized herself.
I'm a self-taught Scientologist. I mean, it's just like, what are you doing?
I mean, with that type of logic, you can tie self-taught to anything. So I'm
Exactly.
a self-taught masturbator.
Yes, exactly.
Aren't we all?
And so Serenity asked the question earlier. I saw it.
Real quick, 1 second.
Yeah, sure.
Gutenberg joined us.
I sure did.
Hey,
how was
Gut.
everybody?
Yo,
Good.
what
Have you
up?
ever met Satsu before?
We've been on a couple streams.
Cool.
I
Okay.
think we were on a couple streams together, yeah.
I just like to make sure everybody knows everybody. Go ahead, Scribe.
Okay, so Serenity had mentioned that, again, I'm assuming I don't know,
Serenity, are you a he or a she?
It asked me about, had I heard of it's no big secret that I am a Marvel Comics freakazoid.
Mhm.
The new Marvel Netflix series Power Fist is coming out. Iron Fist.
Iron
Power
Fist.
God, I'm thinking Power Man and Iron Fist. That was a joke. Never mind. Anyway, my comic brain was getting all fucked up. Anyway, Iron Fist, and there's a controversy about it. Now, there was controversy when it first began filming because everybody was pissed off. Like, why is a white guy doing martial arts?
Yeah.
And like, the character is white. He's been white since the 60s. What the fuck are you guys talking about?
Yeah, well, they were saying that the story could be told a lot better if they added an Asian person in its place, because the perspective would be better. And not only that, it would be good for diversity. And I'm just like, yeah, but if a character that has been traditionally black, somebody came along and said, you know what, this story could probably be told better if it was a white person, and to add a little bit diversity, you'd lose your shit.
Well, I just love this. I just love this hypocrisy where it's like, okay, you have a character that was written white, but you guys think they should be Asian in order to maintain cultural purity or something.
I don't
And
care
yet-
who's playing a role. I just want it to be good.
Well, yeah, but then with Idris Elba plays a Norse god, suddenly that is untouchable. You can't criticize that.
Yeah.
Or if the gunslinger from the Dark Tower series is made from a Clint Eastwood clone, quite literally, into, well, Idris Elba again, then that is some. It's just anyway. So, but
in this chat, somebody just said it perfectly. It's a it would be stereotypical if it was Asian.
Oh yeah, they would still complain.
I mean, what did they do when they heard that Doctor Strange was going to be made into a movie? Oh, you're not going to make the Ancient One an old Asian man, are you? Oh, and then they made it a female bald Celtic woman, and it's like, now that's reverse racism or something?
Yeah, it's just stupid shit.
But the question Serenity asked was, had I heard about the the reviews and the controversy regarding the show so far? And the answer is yes. I have read them quite extensively. I've seen the previews and I've seen some of the interviews. The first 6 episodes of the, I believe, 13 some odd episodes were released for review by press. And you have some
Thanks, Destabilizer.
Do you think Marvel's pandering is going to pay off for them?
No.
Well, see, here's the okay. Well, got them all over the place. So first and foremost, Netflix and the TV side of things is run by a completely different group than what runs the movies. Now, that's not to say that the movies and the TV shows aren't making their own pandering things, but they're two separate people are running those shows, which is why they're so tenuously connected. The pandering to the feminists in Jessica Jones by making it one big, long rape victim story. It worked for a lot of people. It didn't work for me so much. Luke Cage was obviously very African American centered, and it was a good show.
I thought you were going to say he was very African American.
No. I mean, the entire
that dude was very black.
No, almost the entire show was of a black cast.
Yeah, which makes sense with the location.
Well, with the location, with the character, with the origin stuff, and of course the villains were all within the same community, so it wasn't sort of like, oh, here comes the big bad white bad guy.
I was gonna say at least they didn't have the man be the bad guy.
Right, and the thing that really ticked me off though is that they took the really cool bad guy and they killed him off way too early, and then put in another guy who was just dumb.
Speaking on that, who's you guys' favorite villain?
Of all time?
Of all time.
In any, are we talking about comic books?
Anything.
Anything?
Oh, wow.
Movie-wise.
Movie-wise. Oh, shit. I was thinking about video games and everything. I'm like, hold up.
God, best villain in a movie? Holy
Hans Gruber for me, hands down.
Dude, are you fucking kidding me? I was going to fucking say that.
Jeez. He's awesome.
You took it.
Cool as ice most of the time. He did break once, but the scene where he's pretending to be American, talking to Bruce Willis.
Yeah,
Hans Gruber's badass. He went out like a bitch, though.
I specifically brought that up just to say Hans Gruber, and you stole it from me.
That's why you say, I want to get your opinion. Here's what I think before you let other people talk.
But I didn't think you would go to Hans Gruber. Jesus Christ. Stole it. Even his brother, what was it? Part
Simon.
3. Well, it was 3. Wasn't 2. It was 3.
It was 3. His brother's name was Simon.
Yeah. He was good. I don't like 2. What are your thoughts on that?
I love 2 just because it was such a direct ripoff of the first one, and it still kind of works. Because it was changed enough that it's not the exact same movie, but it's still the exact same fucking movie.
I don't think they executed it well. I liked Live Free or Die. That was good.
Yeah, that one was good. The last one with his son was shit, though.
Yeah, I agree. So 1 and 3 for me.
That is a really, really tough question, but a bad guy that I can't get enough of just watching is Stansfield from Leon the Professional.
I had no
Gary
clue
Oldman's character.
You watch some weird shit, dude.
Yeah.
The Professional?
No one knows who that is.
What?
No one knows.
I know, but I mean, just like, okay, well, fine. It's an obscure character for the sake of things. But when I think of like a villain I love to watch, he's one of them. And that's not to say that he's the only one. It's the first one that came to my mind, because I kind of think of
we're not judging your choice. We're judging your choice in movies.
Have you seen The Professional?
Have you seen what?
Have you seen The Professional?
No.
Not that I remember.
Okay, well, first and foremost,
who's in it?
Great movie. So it's got Jean Reno, Gary Oldman, Natalie Portman in like her first role, I think, and Danny Aiello. It was directed by the same guy that did Fifth Element, and the guy who did the music for it was the same guy. And it's great. I mean, it's amazing movie. It's got anyway, great action movie. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. And Gary Oldman's villain in there is just awesome to watch.
What about Satsu? Satsu, what's your favorite villain?
The first thing that comes to mind when I think favorite villain is the Joker, like in anything, pretty much. Like, I don't know what it is, like in anything he's in, even if like the actor who's playing him at the time isn't particularly good or doesn't like portray him well, I just love the fact that he kind of has Batman by the balls at all times because he knows that he won't kill him. And it's just like that dynamic between them just makes it. I'm just like he's so fucking. He's the only one who really gets over on him. Like nobody else really can, like Joker can. And he's just a fucking psychopath.
Who's your favorite Joker?
Heath Ledger. Hands
Yeah,
down.
definitely.
Absolutely. Okay,
Definitely.
good.
Hands down.
Absolutely.
Cesar Romero was great for the time.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said it in chat. That's why I brought him up. But Jared Leto, I fucking hated his portrayal of the Joker.
I think the makeup pulled off well. It's just I think it was the
He was the hot topic Joker.
Yeah. But as far as
Bitch looked like he looked like an emo kid who actually grew up and stayed the part.
no, that's fair.
I don't think he did a horrible job. Like I don't know. I think it was like the reimagining worked for what they were trying to do. And I was like, okay. I mean, on the grounds of just like trying to make him not so, because they had a bunch of spectacular people in that movie, and I think they were trying to tone him down and make him more human. You know what I mean? And I was like, if you're gonna bring him down and make him more human, then that's probably how he's gonna be. Like, I think
after Ledger, I don't think anybody can play him and do him justice. Ledger just was so good in that part.
He played him to death.
Yeah. That's why I bring
that
Satsu
performance.
Satsu says the worst shit for us.
Well,
I have told everybody the story about your Lena Dunham comment because that is just so funny.
Oh shit, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, she didn't leave the country because she didn't want to be too far from her sister.
Oh.
That was awesome.
Oh man, it's true though.
It's true.
If she was in the chat, she'd have like, he knows what's up. Stroking her sister's head. Oh my god, that's horrible.
Before we turn this completely over to chat, anybody else have topics they wanted to go over?
No.
Come on, Gutenberg, you got to bring something to the table. Come on.
I came here for SDA, but she's gone. She's nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, I don't know if she's even around tonight.
Well, there's like 17 other streams going on, so she could
True.
be in one of those too.
She's probably in one with big people.
Big people.
Big people.
She's outgrown us.
Stream more.
She's not here, so we can say whatever the fuck we want.
It's not fun though because she won't respond.
Because every time that she's here, we have so much restraint. What?
You're right.
I only see Bear stream, and I don't see anybody else.
I
Jeff
think
Holiday was.
Jeff Holiday.
Blair
okay.
White started one when we did.
Bear streaming.
Is Bear still going?
Yeah, he's got Big Dicko and Dendro, Prince, and Sinatra.
Oh, jeez.
Big dick.
Big Dicko's the shit. I love Big Dicko.
It sounds like a clown name. Here comes Dicko the clown.
Oh my god.
I love his channel though. It's funny as shit.
You want to traumatize your children? Invite Big Dicko the clown over.
Worse than Homie the Clown.
Oh, thoughts on Mads Mikkelsen as an actor? So I first saw Mads Mikkelsen in.
Thanks, Serenity.
Yeah, Serenity. Good. Thanks a lot.
Have we established if that's a female?
I don't know. I asked and I didn't see an answer.
I asked yesterday too and never got a response.
If you want to see Mads Mikkelsen in just an amazing role before he was ever sort of famous, at least on this side of the water, there's a trilogy of movies called the Pusher Trilogy. And it's all about drug dealing in the Netherlands. And it is gritty as hell. It's so good, especially the first one. It's just called Pusher. It's so tense. It is so noir. And Mads Mikkelsen plays like the best friend of the main character. And he is so... You wouldn't recognize him. I mean, he's so urbane and so cool in all the roles he has now. But when he's playing Tawny in Pusher, he's just a complete whack-a-mole. And it's amazing to see his range after that.
I don't know that I've ever seen him in anything.
Mads Mikkelsen?
Yeah.
You see Hannibal, the TV show?
No.
Did you see Rogue One?
Not yet.
Do you see movies?
I see movies when they come out on DVD.
Did you see the remake of Clash of the Titans?
Fuck no. The first movie was too gay to watch.
All right.
That's what caused so many people to be gay now, is that movie. Oh, he's in Casino
Are you
Royale,
blaming
it's in
gayness
that.
on Harry Hamlin? What?
Yes, I am.
Oh my God, Harry Hamlin didn't do nothing to you.
Thanks God.
Mads Mikkelsen's a very, very good actor. He is being a bit overused now, I think, but he's still a very good actor, especially depending on the role he's being given.
Yep. I saw that he was in Casino Royale. I did see that.
Yes, he played the bad guy in Casino Royale. That was his sort of big break, I guess, as far as like a huge, big Hollywood movie in America at that point, the highest profile at least.
What's really bad though is I'm terrible with names. Like if you show me a picture of a celebrity, I'm like, yeah, I know who that is. But if you just like tell me, and I'm like, nope, don't know who that is. I could have literally just watched a movie with them in it, and I'd be like, nope, I have no idea who you're talking about.
I'm half and half. I mean, if it's a character actor, if it's somebody who plays a lot of characters, but I don't know their name very well. Like if you show me a picture, I can name like 17 movies they've been in, even if I don't know the actor's name.
Like the Asian guy that was in every 80s movie. Every 80s bad guy.
Oh, yeah, with the Fu Manchu mustache.
Yeah. He was in Lethal Weapon, shocking the shit out of.
Yeah, he was all over
Gibson.
place.
He's a bad. Yeah, he's a bad guy in Die Hard too.
Yep. He's the one that stops to eat the candy bar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Somebody's complaining because we were talking movies. I forgot to announce at the beginning. Movies are not off topic for this one.
Yeah, we held off a lot over the last.
Yeah, we've been good.
So, yeah, we've been relatively good. We haven't gone off on that. Yeah, but anyway, to really circle back to Serenity's question, since they gave you money and everything. I have seen the reviews, the pre-reviews of Iron Fist, and they're all like both. I see reviews from like places of like BuzzFeed type sites and also like legitimate Variety type sites, and they all basically say the same thing. This is Marvel's first big failure on Netflix, and it had to happen sometime. I'll watch it, of course, when it comes out, because I slogged through Jessica Jones, even though God, that was such. Anyway, I could go on, but anyway. So
I just went out again.
You just went out. You went out to what? To lunch?
Well, I lost the stream for a second.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I mean, I'll watch it because I'm a Marvel freakazoid. I got to know what leads up to the whole Defenders team up deal. But yeah, I guess if any one of those series was going to be the one that's going to be the weakest, probably Iron Fist had a lot riding on it. Just kind of fell apart. And I do wonder how much of that was due to the fact that they decided to basically split the attention between the character called Iron Fist and this Asian sidekick they gave him, basically this female Asian sidekick who's basically like his equal or something. I don't know.
I'm tired of comic book movies.
They are oversaturating the market with them. They are.
Yeah, they really are.
And unless
it would be nice if they would just have other movies to fill in the gaps. Like, everything is a blockbuster now.
Oh, well, that's the only way people get into the theaters now. It's got to be something big because nobody goes to the theaters
fuck that.
anymore. Yeah.
How much could it take to remake Revenge of the Nerds?
Oh God, please no.
It would take like $4.
Yeah.
You could grab any 4 geeks off the internet. I'll play Booger. I don't mind.
I don't want to interrupt you guys, but I'm scrolling through my Twitter feed, and evidently there's a riot in Holland right now. A bunch of Muslims are attacking police.
We kind of started talking about that at the beginning. I didn't know it was blowing up now.
Oh yeah, there's.
Yeah, I was talking about it when I was talking about the story. I was saying like right now it's rioting. It's all going on.
Oh, I didn't realize you. I missed that part. Sorry about that.
Oh, okay, no, that was. I mean, the origin of what caused it to start is what I was reading, which I guess has been going on the last couple of days. But the actual rioting is like real time.
Could you reiterate why they are rioting?
Okay, so as I understand it, and again, I might be off here, but I'm from the AP wire. Essentially, the Netherlands blocked the entry of the Turkish ambassador to the Netherlands because the Turkish ambassador was preparing to attend a rally in the Netherlands to promote some kind of constitutional amendment that the government of the Netherlands determined was undemocratic, and they didn't want his influence in their country. And that's, again, I could be wrong on this. That's how I interpreted what I was getting out of there. And so as a result, Turkey got pissed off, and on behalf of Turkey and the sense that the Netherlands were being racist or anti-Islam or Nazi fascist or something, now there are riots.
I'm anti-Islam as fuck. Dude, they're fucking animals. Fuck them. I don't even give a shit anymore. They're literally running around Holland with Islamic flags and shit attacking people.
Yeah, shoot them. Just fucking shoot
Well,
them.
the way the story's gonna go, I'm sure it's gonna sound very different. They're gonna find the biggest broom they have so they can sweep it up under the rug and try to call it something else.
Yeah, but that shit doesn't work anymore when there's people with cell phones that record what actually happens, though. But I know what you're saying. The media will try to fucking spin it.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be like a bunch of very passionate Muslims decided to
Proud
express
Muslim.
their
Yeah,
passion.
proud Muslim take the street in the religion of peace.
And kill people.
So Reno Vascio Juris in the chat says the Dutch ambassador's armored car was surrounded and she has refused to exit the car. The Turks appear to have towed it and her guards away.
Oh shit!
It's a serious political crisis forming. Yeah, this is what I was worried about when I first heard about this, because I'm not so. I guess my concern isn't so much between the Netherlands and the Turks, but the web of treaties and other forces at hand that are behind all this, and what could happen if something goes completely awry. Like if the Dutch ambassador ends up getting harmed in some way.
Oh, World War I all over again.
Well, yeah, Franz Ferdinand. Oh, good God.
But did Turkey ever get into NATO? I know there was a big push for it, but I never heard if they ever. Because if they are, I mean, that's going to create a even bigger problems. Because
let's see, member states of NATO. Let's see, do we have a Turkey? Yeah, Turkey. Oh, well, they joined in February of 1952. Is that right?
Then I'm thinking of somebody else.
Yeah, member states by date of accession. Turkey joined 18th of February 1952, along with Greece.
Huh.
And
that'd be interesting to see what happens over there, because that has the potential to blow some shit up.
Yeah, they were in the first round of attendees, essentially, after the founding countries did it in 49.
When's the
Cynic just said it? Yeah, it's the EU they were talking about with
right, the EU.
Yeah,
yes,
okay.
yeah, not NATO. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, when's the France election come up? I hope fucking Le Pen wins.
Oh, Le Pen.
Coming soon.
Right now. I'm looking it up right
now.
Sunday, April 23rd.
Yep, Cynic, you're right.
Which, if Le Pen wins, that's going to be another tidal wave towards them dropping out of the EU, which will pretty much break the EU at that point. If France leaves after Britain left, they're nothing. They're gone.
I have a close friend whose parents were going to go to Paris for their to renew their vows and whatnot.
Don't do it.
And no, they canceled it.
Okay.
They decided to go.
Not worth it.
They decided to go to Madrid, Spain.
Hey guys, I got to dip out.
Yeah.
I got a stream starting in a little bit.
Hey,
all right, Sat. Thanks for coming, bud.
No
Later.
problem. I'll see you guys on the next one. Well, probably a little earlier than that, because fucking Monkey was like, "Oh, once a month stream," but I'm going to stream every damn day.
I have a problem.
Monkey has a monkey on his back.
I'm telling you, man.
Streams are fun.
They are.
They're, especially with this group. I really enjoy talking with you guys.
Yeah, we have a pretty good time. Yeah, no problem. I'll see you guys a little bit later.
All right, bud. Not too good. I want my viewers to stay here.
Hey, come watch my stream. It's gonna be better.
Don't listen to him. Oh, bastard! But I can't fault him for self-promoting. I do the same thing.
Yeah. Hey Gutenberg, are you still? So this last week has seen some rumblings in our little clique between Misa sort of kind of dropping out and then Bear sort of slowing down. Are you still making videos, or have you basically given that up? Because you sounded like you were kind of wearing out of it recently.
No, I mean, I'm when I said I was bored the other day, I meant I'm kind of bored just in general with YouTube. But no, okay. I'm trying to get that AdSense money, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. But no, I still have people sending me clips and whatnot, pouring through them, and I'm still uploading. I just do protester videos now for the most part, because it seems like what people want to see. So I get a lot of those sent to me, and I just chop them up and add the citation of the person recording and upload them.
Okay.
I surprisingly, about every other day, I get someone that sends me something.
Okay.
But so, 9 times out of 10, though, it's nothing good. I need people to be assaulted.
Right.
For it to be a good video.
If it bleeds, it leads.
Basically. Well, that's what people want to see. I mean, I'm giving them what they want. To be honest.
What do you guys think of how many people seem to be just so burnt out on YouTube they're walking away?
Well, in Bear's case, and I talked to him about this on the Misa's stream just yesterday, I guess. I think, and listening to his little explanation recording the other day, I think they, at least he pigeonholed himself into one thing and just got bored and burnt out on that one thing. If you only are going to do feminists and focus on bedroom feminists and stuff like that, you're gonna burn yourself out. And I told him, I said, your channel's called Irate Bear, not Irate Bear criticizes feminists. So you could do other stuff. I mean, you could spread yourself a little thinner than what you're doing.
Absolutely, I agree with you. But he could also he could transition, instead of drop the feminists and go into like SJW shit, or it seems like it's shifted more to like the liberal freakouts for me. That's what I've noticed. I've dropped a lot of SJW stuff from my tags because it didn't seem to do as well. If I put liberal freakout or Antifa or protesters, it gets hits. So you could transition it. He could do commentary over, protester footage.
Yeah.
I don't know why, he wouldn't look into that avenue. I haven't talked to him about it, but
yeah,
I think he's been doing the feminist stuff so long. He just probably doesn't quite know how to.
Yeah. I mean, and like, I mean, there's a point. I mean, not everything I agree with Teal Deer, but when he says, all the arguments have been said, well, there's arguments against that. But if that's all you've been doing and you have nothing new to say, it can get kind of tiring. I mean, I have my usual suspects that I go after occasionally just because I'm curious. But generally, if I see something that interests me, I'll just do it. I don't care about trying to stick to one sort of theme the entire time.
Yeah. Well, the major predominant theme, which is still in the same genre, is the pro-Trump rallies and the anti-Trump rallies for me.
Right.
In general, and that seems to have taken over for the SJW shit as far as what people want to see. So that's what I'm seeing. Because I am outside of the commentary community, I can kind of see what actually people are watching, and that seems to be where the views are going, as far as my channel and other channels.
On my channel, the ones that I do of the usual suspects, were like Riley Dennis or hitting Steve Shives, those ones are still my best videos that I do for views.
They're niche though. They're within our community, not my community, but within the community circle.
That's the stuff that everybody keeps telling me nobody wants to see anymore, and that's just not what I'm seeing from my side. I see a lot of creators. Roaming Millennials' last video, she started out by saying she's moved away from talking about social justice because all the arguments have been made. She's going to news.
Yeah.
Right before she did on feminist. But yeah, don't mind it when that ad money's coming in. But I've seen so many people moving to where, we're going to talk about news. I'm going to talk about, deeper issues. And what I'm seeing on my side is people still want this kind of material. And even though, all of the arguments have been made, the arguments can be made in different ways. You're responding to different people. Yeah. You can still keep it interesting without saying the exact same thing.
Yeah, it's a little different because I don't rely on my subs for views. I actually try to tap into an algorithm and try to get, I try to get, if you search protester Berkeley, I believe one of my videos is like top 3 in Google search. Nice. So I try to hit the algorithm, and then I use a lot of other platforms to promote my stuff. So basically, the people that constantly tune in for what I do, they're basically just giving me sessions time and watch time. Like I don't really care so much what they want to see, because everything I upload they will watch because it is already what they subbed to me for.
Right.
If that makes sense. So I'm not really beholden. No one says more protester footage or more this or more that. It's just I upload, they get angry and leave shitty comments. So.
Well, for me, it's much more about what you can make entertaining, even more than what the content is.
Yeah.
If I can be funny, people are going to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
If I can get in a good, the one video I'm still dying to make, I have it all set up and I just got to do the script for it, is the one on that Eli, whatever the fuck his name is. He was on Steve Shive's show the other day, and then he went to a stream with Bearing right after. And this dude is a fucking lunatic. And he kind of opened the door to let me just say whatever the fuck I want about him, because as he's talking, he talks about how one of the first thing he does, he runs a podcast. On his podcast, whoever he talks about, the first thing he does is insult their physical appearance. Like, oh, hell yeah. Monkey gets to take the gloves off and have a little fun.
I make it a point not to talk about what my subjects, I guess, look like. I mean, unless they make that somehow part of their diatribe or whatever they're talking about.
Yeah, like
it's not productive. It doesn't mean anything. It's not. I mean, I don't like it when other people do it. Ad hominem stuff to try to make their arguments sound. So I just avoid it altogether.
You can slide in jabs, but if you go for the knockout right away, it gets kind of.
Well, if how they're carrying themselves or how they're presenting themselves is relevant to their presentation, I may make a comment, but I won't use it as like a mark in their disfavor of what they're saying necessarily.
Yeah.
Well, the only time I'll do that is with like the fat bitches of TEDx when they're telling me how beautiful they are, and the other one that I'll do it to is Cenk Unger from the Young Turks. I will call him fat every day because Anna Kasparian is still on his stage, and they made that okay. So fuck them. Granted, she looks like she just got done vomiting every time you see her, but
oh jeez,
she does. Yeah, that is a skinny, unhealthy looking bitch.
Yeah, which supposedly she, if I remember right, she like gets up at 5 a.m. every morning and runs like 4 miles or something. She might be an exercise addict or whatever.
Jeez, who has that kind of time?
Apparently, she does. I was thinking about this actually earlier today. I think when I was doing my video, I was thinking like, if I tried to script funny, I think I'd fail miserably. I don't try to be funny. I just try to do my thing, and then occasionally, like as I'm reading the script back, maybe something will occur to me to like put an insert in to try to like underscore a joke. Like I put in a Casablanca clip today because I was like, anyway, it's just like something will occur that'll make it funnier maybe for people, but I don't know if it's going to be funny because I don't know that I don't know. I'm self-defeated. What can I tell you? I'm a very self-deprecating guy, so it's like I don't think that I'm that funny, but people tell me that I'm funny or funny looking. One of the two.
Most of my jokes, they make it into my script, but it's because I thought of them when I first heard the video, and they just stick with me until they get there. And if something sticks with me that long, I know it's funny. The insults come to me usually as I'm typing. I don't know what it is about that process, but if I'm being insulting to somebody, that's where that's born from. Anna is not skinny. Yes, she is.
Oh, yeah, she is.
That bitch got arms like a Q-tip. Oh, people have talked about my health. I do need to update you guys. This new medicine they've given me, I do not want to spoil this, but I have spent most of the day in relative peace. My ribs still hurt, and if I walk, my legs are in pain, but if I'm sitting and comfortable, my back is not killing me right now. It's fucking awesome.
Wow. That's weird. Bear just got done streaming, but yet the video is not available. Like he deleted it right away.
He might have privated it.
Something must have happened. I want to see it. So what do we have to talk about here? Let's liven up.
Let chat questions. Something good.
Yeah, ask me a question. I never
make it personal. Let's do personal questions tonight.
Ooh, I'll do that.
Mara, were you talking about me earlier when you said somebody was ignoring you?
I don't read the chat, so
I sometimes do. What's my health issue? I have scar tissue on my spinal cord, which causes great pain. Who cut your hair, man? My wife. Would you do bearing? I'm not gay. People keep commenting you need pussy on the stream.
I know we do need some vagina on here. One chick usually works out with 3 dudes. Jeez, robot.
A man.
Scribe, you're breaking up, dude.
Sounds.
Scribe, can you even hear us?
Scribe down.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. Real bad. All right, back to the questions here.
Testing.
There you go. Now we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I could hear you. I couldn't tell that I wasn't being heard. So
I got asked what's the gayest thing I've ever done.
Oh, well, before that, I said if you want a woman in here, I mean, I think Amanda's in the chat. And she could have her on.
Oh, sure. Ask Monkey.
Somebody throw her an invite. If I can't go to Twitter, it'll fuck me all up.
All right. I'll do it.
I can do it on my phone, but I don't have the link. So what's the gayest thing you ever did?
I can't think of anything. I don't.
He's done nothing gay. There you go.
Nothing gay.
Best childhood memory. Oh, wow. You know how long ago my childhood was? Let's see. Probably when after my parents' retirement home burned to the ground and they got the insurance check for it, we took a trip to California. Spent a week out there. Hadn't been there in 3 years. I was born down that way and got to see a lot of old friends and old family. Old family. But yeah, I had a really good time. So that's probably my best childhood memory.
We could bring Ed in for a fourth. Is Amanda going to join?
I sent her the link. Yeah.
Okay. Fuck Ed.
Yeah, I don't know. Four tends to start getting overlappy talky, and it's kind of
yeah. Anything over 4 just gets too.
Yeah, 4 is about the line for me, at least as far as I've done stuff.
Communist in space, dude. You can still go fucking kill yourself.
Oh, is he in here?
Yeah.
I was supposed to moderate a debate between him and some capitalist person or something that never got off the ground because one of the two of them dropped out of the idea or something.
Well, how can you defend communism?
Well, I don't know, but I wasn't there to like judge who was right or wrong. Just moderate.
You just need to show the body count.
Hi, Amanda.
Finally,
I got in a monkey stream.
It's the vodka genie herself.
See, now I'm getting in trouble for ignoring questions. What was your question, Mara? Ask it again.
We demand vag.
We have vag in the stream for you now, guys.
Yay.
Relax.
Yeah, I'm the stream badge. That's my job. Vodka genie stream badge.
Will Gutenberg buy me a pony? That's the only question I see Mara having asked.
I will totally buy you a pony.
Ooh, will it be Twilight Sparkle?
Who?
What the fuck is a Twilight Sparkle?
Isn't that one of the My Little Ponies, or am I just completely?
How the fuck would I know that?
I don't know. I'm not a brony, but I know people who are. So
You
hold on.
know one of the names, so
it's true.
How has capitalism killed 200 million people? What are you talking about?
He's a communist. Don't even listen to that.
Lifted more people out of poverty than any other economic system known to man. Go fuck yourself. Anyway, will Gutenberg make me a Bible? No.
Where is your printing press?
It's funny. I actually work in the printing industry.
Oh, nice.
That's sort of how I came up with the name.
Ah.
I was gonna say you could do like that monk did and make a satanic Bible.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. The Devil's Bible. That thing is cool looking.
He apparently made it like cloistered in a room, but they say it would have taken way longer than one lifetime. But
yeah, I've seen
all in one handwriting.
I've seen that documentary before, and they talked about like the creation of it and all the artwork and
it's
supposedly.
freaky.
Damn it, Scribe!
What?
Because of you, now they're talking about My Little Pony in the chat.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Well, pardon moi. Somebody
the bronies have come out.
I try to make a joke. Never mind. The Barbies. Oh, Amy Schumer, the Barbie.
Oh God, that's gonna be terrible.
I can't wait. It's gonna be. I mean, she made a movie called Trainwreck already, so it's gonna be just one of those again.
Right? Please don't title your movie after your life.
Yeah. You can't have a fat, ugly Barbie.
Yeah.
with a bitchy personality that's just not funny.
Snowstorm. I am, and yes, Twilight is a pony from the show. Oh yeah. Well,
Thank you, Snowstorm.
my ex-girlfriend had 2 small daughters, and they watched cartoons. I couldn't avoid it completely.
My nieces don't watch that.
Nah, I wasn't a stepdaddy. I was a third wheel in a poly relationship.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, no, it was a mess.
Scribe's got a lot of backstory, dude.
Oh yeah, I do, boy. I just wish I just wish part of it was being bitten by a radioactive spider.
That would be so cool. I always waited for something like that when I was a kid because I was a very imaginative kid. Yeah. And I always, trying the Jedi mind trick. And I'm not afraid of spiders because I was always hoping to get bit by that radioactive one.
Mm-hmm.
I read Harry Potter when I was already 11, so I was already disappointed.
I have not seen one Harry Potter movie or read one Harry Potter book.
I haven't read any of the books. I've seen 2 or 3 of the movies because that's what people were watching when I was over at a friend's house, kind of thing. But whatever.
You can get most of the story from the movies, but if you're going to read any of the books, read 4 and read 7.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the book because my aunt bought it for my brother and he didn't want it. Like, that's how I got a lot of my books. They were bought for my older brother and he decided, I don't want those. So I would get them. So I got like Hardy Boys too.
Communist in Space just said communism brought Russia and China out of extreme poverty. What the
China's
fuck
still
are
in
you
extreme poverty?
Yeah.
I know he's trolling now. There's no way.
He's got to be.
Can believe that. No way anybody can believe that.
Before the Soviet Union fell, there used to be video of watching people in line to get their goddamn toilet paper.
Yeah.
Aren't people in Russia still in a lot of poverty? That I've seen documentaries about the kids there living on the streets, huffing paint.
Oh, I saw that one.
Just send them off.
That is the freakiest documentary. That little kid like paying money and running around mindless looking for a bag full of paint to huff. Oh, it was so sad. Oh, and they're living in the subways and shit. Oh,
because they for so long didn't allow contraceptive in any form. They just have orphans running around everywhere.
Oh,
nobody gives a fuck.
No, the problem with communism is not dictators. The problem with communism is it relies on the good of humanity, and humanity is not good.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the idea that everybody will do their best and only take what they need, and that's not how humans behave.
Right.
Not at all. It's called The Tragedy of the Commons. Fucking read the book, Communist in Space. Tragedy of the Commons. If no one has ownership over something, it's not treated very well.
And if you want
communism,
sorry,
go ahead, Scribe.
I was just going to say, if you want a really high level demonstration of why communism is a bad thing, read the short story Harrison Bergeron from Kurt Vonnegut about everybody having to be equal and forced to be. That'll tell you something real quick.
It seems to me that stuff like communism and totalitarianism and stuff comes about when you lose complete faith in the people to do anything for themselves. They can't go out and till their own field. They can't go grow their own food. They've lost any ability to survive on their own. We must completely take care of them. It's fucking stupid.
That's not how it's sold, though. If you go back to the Russian Revolution, it's sold as that the upper class has taken everything from everybody else. That's why they're in poverty.
Yeah.
And communism almost demands, it actually does demand a dictator, because you need somebody in there saying, this is the way it is.
Right.
Patting his own pocket, living like a king himself, of course. But
of course,
it's never going to be something that's going to work in a democracy, because it's a system designed to fail, because it goes against human nature.
Exactly. That's why we have a dictator in Parliament. You're fucking trolling, dude. There's no way you're fucking serious right now.
Well, kids, liberal democracy in 2017 USA isn't doing much better. Much better than what?
Yeah. What country you want to live in other than this one?
If you make $35,000 or more, you're in the 1% of the fucking world. And it is very easily achievable in the United States.
I just want to warn this guy, if he is trolling, don't troll too hard, because Gutenberg will get upset, and then he'll start to troll you back. And
yeah, but he's not drinking.
No, Porco Dio and I
Porco
hammered him. He joined the stream, and we hammered him. Like, we were just screaming and yelling at the poor dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
fuck communism.
Right.
I need a different topic, because that's going to just piss me off.
Yeah.
Favorite James Bond movie?
View to a Kill for me. I'm a little nostalgic for it though because that's the first one I've ever seen.
Yeah, if it wasn't Roger Moore, it'd probably be one of my favorites just because Christopher Walken. But it was one of course it has Duran Duran soundtracks. You can't beat that either.
Yeah, that's true.
For me, they're all about the same because it's always the same story.
I like the newer ones with Daniel Craig. I think he's a good Bond.
I was gonna say I know I've watched some of the James Bond movies, but I don't really remember enough details to say which one was which or anything. I don't remember them that well.
Goldfinger is always going to be the best. It had the best bad guy, best henchman, best Bond girl, best Bond. It just had everything.
Yeah, but they're boring to watch. They don't hold up very well.
Yeah, I guess it depends on your taste.
Well, but I mean for someone younger.
Yeah, oh sure. Yeah, no, it wouldn't. Anybody watching it today would have a problem, probably.
Yeah, that goes back.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I liked watching the Austin Powers movies. I know they're like a play on the James Bond movies. They were fucking awesome.
If you're
the first two were good.
Yeah, if you're a Bond fan, the Austin Powers movies you get a lot more out of.
The first two were funny. The third one just seemed so forced.
Oh yeah, no, that was cash in completely.
Yeah, but they were all hilarious to me because I was young when they came out, so it was always just more Austin Powers. Yes.
What's up, Vulcan?
That's how they get away with keeping on pumping out these Shrek movies one after another because little kids don't give a fuck. They're like, yes,
you can do
Shrek.
That. You ever looked at how many Land Before Time movies there are?
Oh
yes.
God!
And I watched
like 400 of them now.
Oh God, Littlefoot.
Yeah, Littlefoot.
Oh,
I'm a long neck.
That is the saddest thing. I knew when I was a kid too that it changed, and I was mad. I was like, "That's not the same voice," and nobody believed me.
Best action movie of the 1980s? Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Yep.
Oh yeah, gosh, I love the Die Hard movies.
Well, but there's First Blood too. That is
First Blood was good.
Yeah, well, but Die Hard. I mean, when I think action movie, like a movie that's just about the action, Die Hard is like the granddaddy of them all, really.
Yeah.
Did you guys like the Van Damme movies of the 80s, like Bloodsport?
Yeah, I did.
Bloodsport was amazing.
It was such an awesome movie.
They don't hold up though.
Oh God, it was like watching Street Fighter the game.
Yes.
It was like USA. Like, okay, USA. Bottom brick. I mean, there's so many good one-liners out of that fucking movie. I love it. And the training sequence, the training montages in the last fight and everything.
He's always kicking trees and shit.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Bloodsport and Kickboxer. Those were Van Damme's basically.
Oh yeah,
Kickboxer. The Quest. Oh God.
That's my favorite Van Damme movie. Is the Quest.
Oh, hold on. What was that Schwarzenegger fucking? The one where he goes to the island, fights Bennett. Commando.
Commando. Oh, that was actually a good movie.
Yeah,
Alyssa Milano played his daughter.
Yeah, for an 80s movie. That was a good one.
Commando was amazing. It had like one of the highest body counts in any movie ever.
Yes.
Time.
He was hip firing too. Like, come on, bro. That don't really work.
Somebody asked, "What's the dumbest thing we've done drunk?"
Oh, I slept with my best friend's crush. That was the worst thing I ever did drunk.
Nice.
I stole a car when I was 19, hammered.
I went to a lingerie party at Afterlife, which is a rave club, with a bunch of my friends in lingerie.
Oh yeah.
No, Commando wasn't in the 90s.
No, it wasn't. That was like 80.
That was mid 80s.
I think it was late 80s. I think it was like 89 sounds right.
Let's see, 1 second.
I'm going 87.
Probably was like 90.
And it was mid 80s, but
I know it was before 89 because I watched it with my older brother.
Yeah. Where is it? Let's see.
Why did I choose a monkey for my avatar? Because when I was little, that's what my mom called me.
1988.
Ooh. I almost did a panda for the same reason. My mom used to call me Panda Manda.
Panda Manda. Yeah, Alyssa Milano was the daughter in Commando. Yes.
Yep.
John Matrix. That was Schwarzenegger's name.
Yeah. What was the Bennett?
Yeah, Bennett. That guy played like you were talking before about the Chinese guy that was always the henchman.
Yeah.
The guy who played Bennett, he was always playing like a big heavy villain or whatever too. What was his name? I'll find it.
I'm trying to think of other 80s action movies.
Lethal Weapon.
Delta Force.
Lethal Weapon.
Delta Force.
Invasion USA.
I never really liked the With the Mel Gibson, Danny Glover.
What? Lethal Weapon? You didn't like those?
Lethal Weapon. I think I like the.
Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Commando
First two were good.
Oh, Commando '88 was a dumb knockoff movie. Commando, the Schwarzenegger Commando. Sorry, I looked at the wrong reference. Commando was a 1985 film.
Ooh.
Ah, thank you.
I knew it was. I knew it was mid-80s. I thought '88 was a bit too late, but I wasn't sure. Okay.
Nailed it.
Yeah. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Ray Don Chong.
Ray Don Chong. Oh, I remember that name.
Ray Don Chong. Yeah, she was all over the place.
Shitlord, what were you asking about sidekicks? Somebody asked favorite Aliens movie. Alien.
Yeah, the first one's the best.
The new one's coming out. I'm ready to see it. I think it's fucking begins with a P.
Alien Covenant.
Oh yeah, it's Covenant.
Yeah, I just saw.
I've seen the previews. I'm not sure. I'm not sure Ridley Scott knows what he's doing at this age because his last couple of movies have been kind of.
I like Prometheus, but it seems like they dropped the ball somewhere.
I'm a little
character development.
Exactly.
I'm a little iffy on the fact that the new one, like the whole thing they're playing off is it's a ship full of couples.
Oh,
like, what are they gonna do with that? I don't know.
Well, they're a colonization thing. Just as a side, so the guy who played Bennett, do you remember the big Mohawk guy from Mad Max 2, Road Warrior?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That was Bennett. I knew.
Oh shit.
Same guy. That's why he was so familiar to me. I was like, God, if I just imagine the guy without his mustache and hair, that's him. Yep.
Mm.
Okay. I love that somebody answered Beverly Hills Cop for action movie.
Oh, yeah.
I love that movie. Don't get me wrong, but that is not an action movie.
That is a good movie. Eddie Murphy in the '80s was the fucking shit.
Did you ever see the third one, Beverly Hills Cop 3?
I don't think so.
No.
Oh, don't ever watch it. It is such shit.
No.
Such shit.
Isn't that the one that's predominantly Judge Reinhold centered?
I wouldn't say it's
God.
centered, but
Judge Reinhold. There's a name I haven't heard in a very long time.
Yeah, he was all over the 80s. Whatever happened to him?
Probably caught AIDS and died.
Yeah. Best remake, somebody asked.
True Grit.
I would actually say the Ocean's 11.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. Decent.
It's hard to
Although
watch now.
that was more like a reboot though. It wasn't maybe.
You're starting to break up again.
That's all right. He's arguing semantics. He can break up. Fuck him.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing. Can you hear me?
I was just trying to.
Can you hear me?
Pick a remake I actually like.
Jack Austin said
Can you
Eddie
hear me?
Murphy is a terrible. Yes.
Yes, we hear
Okay.
you.
Jack Austin said Eddie Murphy is a terrible and one-dimensional actor. I'm talking more about his comedy in the '80s more so than his movies.
Well,
He did all right when he did movies back then. Like his movies got worse as they went along, but I don't know.
after he had kids, he started trying to make family-friendly films, and that's just not what he's good at.
Well, he banked the fuck out of it. Shrek.
Yeah, he did.
Probably made $1 billion off that.
If it wasn't for him, that Shrek would not have been as good as it was.
Fave Muscle Car. Oh.
Oh my God. Okay. So I looked up Judge Reinhold because I was curious, but listen to this. Reinhold will return as Detective William Rosewood for the 4th installment of the Beverly Hills Cop series with Eddie Murphy, with Rush Hour's Brett Ratner directing. Oh, God.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
I want to find out. Now, this is a notation on Wikipedia. It might be something that is now vaporware. Let me check. Oh, no. Okay. Yes. So this is a story from 2013. It's not happening.
Rush Hour is a movie that was amazing but ruined by the sequels. Like
I'm not a big Jackie Chan fan at all.
I loved the first Rush Hour. I can remember it thinking back. When I first watched it, I loved it. But then they kept making them. There's like 3 of them now, I do believe. And now I just remember them as being terrible movies because the sequels were terrible movies.
Well, Jackie Chan's old stuff, like the stuff that got translated over from China and everything, was really good. I mean, like Operation Condor, that was a really good movie. Super Cop. I mean, these are fun movies to watch. They're not like high art, but they're really cool. I mean, it's all about the action and the choreography.
Yeah, for me, that's the only reason to watch it. Story-wise, it's completely forgettable. And I do like movies like that. I mean, you can't say you like Bloodsport and say you're watching it for the fucking story.
Right.
but he's the first American to win. Hey, USA. Best Robin Williams movie, Popeye.
Oh.
Popeye. My favorite Robin Williams movie is probably 1 Hour Photo, just because it's such a turn for him as an actor. It was just amazing performance.
For me,
What Dreams May Come.
It will always be Dead Poet Society.
And, yeah.
And he wasn't even a major part of that film. It was more about the boys, but that was just a good film.
We never answered the muscle car question.
Oh yeah, sorry, Mara. She's gonna be so pissed at me by the end of the stream.
I would have to say the Shelby Mustang, probably late 60s.
Yeah.
Any of that.
1967 Mach 1 Mustang, my favorite car.
For me, it's the 65 Mustang because it's the original. And it's my favorite car of all time. Thank you, Chucker.
The GTOs are pretty badass too.
My mom had a Mach 1 when we were little. I loved riding around in it.
I thought Goodwill Hunting was way overrated.
Okay.
I loved Goodwill Hunting.
It was overrated. There were bits that were good, but it was a bit overblown.
I don't do Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
I know every time.
Matt Damon.
So in trying to find out more about Beverly Hills Cop 4, I found an article, and my brain is going to break because the more I look into this, the worse it gets. So first, and I'm quoting here, first, the Triplets Project. The first mention of it came in 2012, sold as a sequel to Twins.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's a movie that needed a sequel.
So Triplets was to add Eddie Murphy as a third long-lost brother who was also separated at birth.
I'm a dummy. I would have watched it.
So would I.
It's probably vaporware because it was last talked about in 2013 and hasn't been talked about since. But as far as Beverly Hills Cop 4, let's see, has been at various stages of development for several years. At one time, 3 years ago, CBS ordered a TV pilot based on the movie.
Oh, I heard about that.
And then later passed on a full series.
Wasn't that supposed to have one of his kids in it or something? No, it was supposed to have Damon Wayans' kid in it.
Well, so the TV adaptation, which was to star Brandon T. Jackson as Axel Foley's son, yes, never made it to air. So apparently there's some...
Axel Foley.
Continues to be some talk about making a fourth one, but yeah.
Were you guys ever in the rap in the 90s?
Not in the 90s. In the 80s, I was.
Yeah,
Okay.
somewhere between the 80s and the 90s a little bit, but I was so young, it really didn't click for me until...
Prince of Queens and I had a brief little spat on Twitter about who was better, Biggie Smalls or Tupac Shakur.
No, Fat
Tupac.
Boys. Fat Boys.
What?
The Fat Boys.
Tupac? No one. That wasn't an option, Scribbles.
Fat Boys is better, but yeah, Tupac out of the two you gave us.
Run DMC, yo.
Biggie is way better. Biggie, hands down, was way better than fucking Tupac. That is
no.
bullshit.
Tupac had that nice smooth flow.
No, Biggie was raw as fuck. Come on.
Yeah, he was raw as fuck. He sounded like shit. He sounded like they were using old 50s recorders.
All right, because
but you also have to understand, I prefer older rap too, old school, like the Fat Boys and Run DMC, and
yeah, that wasn't too far off in mid 90s.
In terms of how the music grew, though, it's worlds apart.
Yeah.
If you go back and listen to the origins of rap, it was fun and silly, and that's why Will Smith blew up the way he did, because parents just don't understand.
Parents just don't understand.
I fucking love that song.
Great song. Good video, too.
Yeah, I love the video. But, and you watch the evolution, then you get Public Enemy comes in and NWA, and that's where you get the start of the actual gangsta rap shit. And then it goes into...
Serenity just gave you some money.
Oh, thank you, Serenity. Yes, Bill Paxton was a good...
What a waste.
Good actor. It said R.I.P. Bill Paxton.
I still listen to rap, but in all honesty, out of all the rappers, like I grew up listening to Eazy-E and stuff like that, but the one that I thought spoke the best to kids my age at that time and the anger that I at least was going through with my life was Eminem.
Mm.
I fucking hate Eminem.
I fucking love. I didn't even know what he looked like or anything when I first heard it. I just stole my brother's CD, and this was just a fucking angry kid. I loved it. It was exactly what I was.
Beastie Boys is superior to Eminem.
Oh yeah, Beastie Boys.
Beastie Boys is
Yeah,
great. Yeah,
I love
Run
Beastie
DMC,
Boys.
Fat Boys, and Beastie Boys were like the only rap
Yeah.
I had any exposure to as a kid.
Beastie Boys punk music was pretty good too, and a lot of people don't really recognize
Yeah.
it for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, License to Ill was
License to Ill's just legend.
It is legend.
Yeah.
Yeah, three Jews from fucking New York City put up
Yes.
the best rap
Exactly.
at the time.
I do. I fucking love the Beastie Boys. I would listen to Brass Monkey. My
Oh, yeah,
uncle
Brass.
loved to play girls at us all the time. At us girls, telling us that we needed to clean the house, and then he'd put that song on and turn it up real loud and be like, "Go fucking do the dishes."
I like your brother.
My uncle. That was my uncle.
Oh, I like your uncle too.
Uncle Fucker.
And we did. That was our job. Like, my mom is extremely sexist. My family's super sexist, but I don't mind because, I mean, I now enjoy doing all the cooking and cleaning and taking care of my husband and shit. But when I was a kid, we were forced to. Like, the boys had no chores except take out the trash. It was the girls. We cleaned the house. We did the dishes.
Just the way
That's how it
Jesus
should be.
intended it.
That's right.
Someone
Mara
said
said she,
Green
Oh, go
Day. Green Day sucks.
Early Green Day was good.
Yeah.
They tailed off, but in the beginning,
Dookie
they
was
were awesome.
really good.
Yeah, Dookie was a great album.
Did that
Dookie
graduation
was shit.
song.
Dookie
How-
was shit.
How dare you? Go back and re-listen to it now in your older age. It is pretty good.
That song they played by Green Day at like every graduation.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that song can eat a dick.
yeah. No, I hate that shit. That ballad stuff.
I
See, I'm a
liked that
sucker for
one, but
ballads.
Well,
I'm not-
power ballads I can go with, like, you know.
All 80s power ballads were the
Yeah,
best.
Extreme.
Oh,
Yes.
Be With You. Yeah,
the song I was listening to,
No, that's
Poison.
not extreme.
isn't it? Oh,
No.
maybe I'm missing.
Poison.
Am I gonna
Is
be
it-
like? Am I gonna
Something
be like an outcast?
to. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, am I gonna be like an outcast if I say I like Blink 182, Miss You? I love that song.
That's a good song. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
But I caught Poison Something to Believe in driving home from my mom today.
Oh, I
That's a
fucking love that song.
Yeah.
I have their greatest hits.
Mm.
Which actually there's only like 6 of them and they put 12 on the album. It's half of them like I've never heard that shit. But Something to Believe in and Every Rose Has Its Thorn.
Oh
I
yeah.
can- oh fuck, dude.
Talk Dirty to Me.
I love Talk Dirty to Me.
Me too.
Sister Christian.
That's Night Ranger.
That I know it's not Ranger. I was just saying that's the song I like. That's all.
Yeah, that's the sappy song everybody knows from the 80s.
Yeah, Green Day's not punk. It was more alternative with punkish riffs.
It was emo.
Yeah, it was emo punk.
I wouldn't say.
Oh yeah, everybody likes Journey.
Everybody likes Journey when they're drinking.
I love Journey all the time.
I love Journey when I'm drunk.
There's Martivus.
Oh, and
Marty.
Marty's in the chat.
Marty's everywhere.
It's a Marty.
Marty's a 4chan warrior.
Marty's like American Express. He's everywhere.
I'm not allowed to be on 4chan. Steals your soul. My husband says so.
I just don't see the appeal of it.
I've never understood it either. It's like, okay, message boards.
It's a message. I did Yahoo way back in the day. The internet's grown since then. Get on with it.
He only
Nope.
lets me do Reddit when I'm watching him scroll through it too, because it might steal my soul also.
You can find a lot of good stuff on Reddit if you sub to some good feeds.
He introduced my dad to Reddit because my dad is secretly an internet troll. Like, he was going around to newspapers and trolling them. He didn't understand what, being an internet troll was. So my husband introduces him to Reddit and released him on the internet. My dad loves my husband now.
I love the song "Rock Me Like a Hurricane." It doesn't surprise me the lyrics are
Oh,
weird.
yeah.
Most
Oh, I
songs
love that
have
song,
weird
too.
fucking lyrics. The song that Scribe mentioned a few moments ago, "The Next to Be With You," is probably one of the most pathetic songs I've ever heard. But it went fucking so big you couldn't get away from the damn thing. It's literally a guy saying, "I'm gonna wait over here while all these other guys fuck you, and when it's
Yeah.
my turn, let me know."
It's the cuck song.
It is. It really
Oh,
is.
it's the ballad of Steve Shives.
Well, there's that one
Nice.
song that's about stalking people too. Everybody loved it when I was a kid. I'm trying to remember
Every
what.
Breath You Take by the
Yes.
Police.
Yeah.
That is the stalker song.
That is a creepy song.
I was listening to it and like telling people, doesn't it sound like someone's like following someone around? This song is weird.
Well, see, back in the day, that was considered romantic. If
That
you've
was-
ever,
That was wooing back in the day.
No, that's romantic in the same way that the Twilight guy stalking Bella was supposed to be romantic. It's weird.
no, it worked back in the day. That the song. Have you guys seen the movie Trolls? My granddaughter fucking loves that movie. And
No, I didn't watch the Troll movie.
one of the songs they've stole from the 80s is Hello from Lionel Richie. And that is another stalker song.
Yeah.
It's a dude who's in love with this girl he sees.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you do that nowadays, yeah, you're creepy and have to go to jail. It used to be flattering.
Oh, you know what's a great power ballad? More Than a Feeling by Boston.
Damn it, you almost made me sing. Motherfucker.
Can't hit the high note, but I love that song.
I've heard that stuff way too much to enjoy it today.
Yeah, you guys have me trying to remember songs from my childhood.
How old are you?
I'm 27.
Fucking youngins. This is from my teen years.
This was like stuff my mom used to listen to with me when I was a little kid.
Yeah, thanks for making me feel old.
Right here waiting. Richard Marx had the worst hair ever in the history of music.
You know what? Richard Marx song is actually really good. It's called Hazard, and it's this total murder mystery ballad, and it's actually really good, and the video is really good too. So Hazard's a good song. My mom loved Richard Marx when I was a kid. I love that.
Remind me to look that up. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, Hazard. I'll post it on Twitter. It's actually a really good song. I like murder ballads. I like those sort of like story songs. Those are good sometimes.
I love story songs. That's one of the reasons I like country music, is because they tell the best stories. Older country, not that pop country shit now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love country. Like one of my mom's favorites from when I was a kid, I was actually just thinking about it, is I think the devil drives a coupe de ville. I love that song.
I don't think I've ever heard it.
I don't think so either.
How does it go? Hold on. I think the devil drives a coupe de ville. I watched him drive away over the hill, not against her will. I've got time to kill down in Broken Heartsville.
I'm going to steal Gutenberg's. How dare you, sir? AC/DC is overrated. Oh,
What?
I got a weird AC/DC. I've heard so much of it that even the good songs I can't listen to anymore. But I put on a whole lot of Rosie today, and that is such a strong fucking song.
The great thing about AC/DC is that they don't try to reinvent themselves. You can actually listen to their albums and just listen to the starts of the song, and you'll think it's a different song because they use the same music over and over again. Mm-hmm. But they manage to make it work because they don't make it boring every time.
It's so powerful, and it's amazing. It's only fucking, what is it, 3 people? 4?
4, yeah.
I'm sorry, I was thinking 3 chords, basically.
Oh, it's 4 chords, yeah.
3-4 chords. And the amount of energy they're able to put behind their music is fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm. Have a Drink on Me is still one of my favorite songs ever.
Mine is It's a Long Way to the Top with the bagpipes. Oh, yeah, dude, that song gets me hype.
Somebody in the chat mentioned Devil Went Down to Georgia. I was singing that earlier today.
Yeah.
I love that song. Y'all just sing.
I only like a few Queen songs I like. Not too many.
Flash Gordon, obviously.
I love a ton of Queen songs. I just can't think of them all.
Princes of the Universe, the Highlander theme song. That's awesome.
No, you know where I got introduced to Queen? Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah, that's true.
They play We Are the Champions at the end.
Yes, that's right.
With Stan Gable.
Stan Gable.
Okay, all right. You're so up on Revenge of the Nerds. Okay, so fantasy casting. Who would play the main nerd? I don't forget the guy's names now.
Lewis.
Yeah, Lewis.
Yeah,
Who'd play
Lewis
Lewis
Skolnick.
now? Yes, Lewis Skolnick.
Oh, wow.
Who'd play Lewis Skolnick now? Who'd play Booger?
Jared Leto could play Lewis.
Jared.
He's got the build for it.
Yeah, he's too pretty boy though. Even
slap some glasses on.
I could see him as one of the Alpha Betas.
What about the guy that played McLovin?
Oh God.
Make him a nerd. He's good at
Yeah,
it.
I'm straight, so I haven't seen that show.
What?
Oh no, you're
No.
talking. No, that's the movie. Never
Super-
mind. I was
No,
thinking of
talking
your.
about Superbad.
Yes,
Yeah,
Superbad is
Superbad.
actually an awesome.
Which show were
I
you
love that.
what
Why
show
is
were
it
you thinking?
between that and McLovin? No, I was thinking of my wife is currently going through it now. Grey's Anatomy.
Oh no,
Never seen it.
Oh no, I hadn't seen that.
That is
show.
such a
Besides-
gay show.
Yeah, Revenge of the Nerds needs somebody a bit younger than Jared Leto. I mean, he looks young, but he's not.
He could play the dad.
Yeah,
Who-
maybe.
See, I don't know that many young actors.
I don't either. Who would play
No.
Takashi?
Takashi,
Takashi.
Lamar.
Lamar. Oh,
Oh,
yes.
Lamar, they couldn't even do anymore. He's so over the top gay.
Oh yeah, he's super gay. God.
And there's Wormser.
Wormser.
Yeah, God.
Who is the nerd? Fuck. The nerdy dude with the glasses and the afro. Kind of looks like
Oh, you mean the guy in the British
Fuck.
show?
No, Revenge of the Nerds, the nerdy dude.
Oh,
They're
I know
all
they're
nerds.
I know they're all nerds, but the really super awkward nerdy guy that gets high in the couch.
He has the red hair.
Yeah.
oh,
wow.
Timothy Busfield, that character.
Poindexter.
Yeah, Poindexter. Yeah.
So over the top nerd.
Yes.
See, just about everybody from like the Hangover movie, if they were like 20 years younger, could have been.
Yeah, they could
great.
do it.
And yeah, except they're all can't do that now.
Who would play the ogre?
Oh, Larry Kubiak
I don't know who that is.
from Parker Lewis Can't Lose.
I could
can't
actually.
remember
Dwayne
his
the
name.
Rock Johnson.
Dwayne as the ogre.
I could
Some-
actually see like all these adult actors going for it and making this remake, even though they're too old.
It'd be
And
considered
making that part of the
remake.
joke.
Actually, you know what? You'd probably, I take it back. You'd probably want some unknowns, just good actors who are unknowns, because I don't think you want star power in that group. I think you need people who don't have haven't been.
You could cast a star actor as Stan Gable, but he has
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
constantly shit on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd have to be self-deprecating.
Yeah, the villain could be somebody that's known, but I think the actual group of nerds, it would work better as just good, relatively unknown actors, though.
I got that theme song stuck in my head now.
Which one?
Revenge of the Nerds.
Revenge
Oh,
of the
yeah.
Nerds.
Nerds.
I was
I
so
love
little when
fucking
this stuff was relevant.
the ogre part where he's like, "Where are they? I'll kill their families." God, ogre, that was the greatest character.
Ogre was great.
Did that
Dude,
guy
one of
do anything else besides that role?
One of the opening
wonder.
scenes when they're going, they're actually unpacking their car and everything, and then they walk by the frat house, and he's on top of the fucking roof chugging that big ass thing of beer.
Yes.
Or it was like that, like a trophy cup.
Trophy. Yeah. I just like when they're walking and the whole house is chanting nerds at them. Where are the nerds? I think they're talking about us, Lewis.
Yeah, so Donald Gibb played Ogre. He
went on to be a great Shakespearean actor.
No, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. He's been on Step by Step, The X-Files, Renegade with Lorenzo Lamas.
Oh,
Oh no, I'm hanging out with y'all and streaming instead of cooking for hubby.
Well,
I was
already-
just telling them I'm streaming with them instead of cooking for you.
Well, get off here and go cook. What are you doing?
Get in the kitchen.
He's
What the
gonna
hell?
make him some mac and cheese. He poked
Oh,
his head out and
Jesus.
asked me if there was food. That's why I muted, was to tell him, oh no, I'm in a stream. I didn't cook anything. I fed him earlier.
Oh, so Gibb is the spokesman and co-owner for a Chicago bar, Trader Todd's, through which Gibb is marketing Ogre Beer, named after his
Ogre
character.
Beer, nice. That was
Yeah,
just such an
yeah.
excellent movie.
I like when the montage of them fixing up the house.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
God.
fixing up the Tri-Lambs frat house. Yeah,
Lambda.
lambda.
God,
I wonder if that would hold up for kids now. Like if they
No.
went and watched
it
that.
would if they
no.
made it the same way, but they couldn't do 90% of what's
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah, the
They couldn't
humor in
do the
there is
candy raid.
yeah. Because here's the thing: if they even if they cut out the part where Lewis like basically rapes the cheerleader girl,
Yep.
Mhm.
even if they took that out, every other beat to that original story is rape culture on campus.
Pretty
From,
much.
from stem to stern, the whole thing. Even the bad guys, the alpha betas and everything. I mean, on both sides of the aisle, you're talking about cliche, evil, No, it wouldn't fly at all. It would have to be a completely neutered version of that story.
They couldn't remake Meatballs for about the same reason. I fucking love that movie
kidding.
too.
Oh, Meatballs was great.
Meatballs are so good.
I love that movie.
It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
The Rudy the Rabbit the winner. You're Rudy the Rabbit the winner.
Porky's. Oh man.
Oh no! Yeah, another one that would never be made today.
Do you remember how risque that was back in the day?
I know that was like the thing. And I was going to bring this up. Now I'll save it for the retrospective, like things kids won't know today. But yeah, that movie was sort of like the thing at the video store that you couldn't like go near without like somebody giving you a sideline look if you were like over 18 or something.
Yeah.
That one and Super Troopers. My mom like rented them one night and tried to keep us from watching them, and we thought that was weird because we watched like horror movies and we watched anything that came out. So we thought it was weird. So we, of course, as soon as she went to work the next day, figured out where she hid them, put them in and watched them. And we thought they were fucking hilarious.
Hey, bear fucker, do you need assistance? God, Super Troopers is so funny.
Oh, Hamburger the movie. They also made a hot dog movie.
Oh, that's right.
They were so bad.
Oh,
So bad.
Oh god.
Really great.
Trying to think like bad, like super bad 80s movies.
Hamburger would definitely have to be one of them.
The Stuff, really bad horror movie. The Stuff. Although it was trying to do a social commentary on capitalism and stuff, but that was a bad horror movie.
See, that's what I miss about the 80s so much is that they'd make so many bad movies.
Yeah,
because it cost like $3 to make, and they'd put them out
and they had no shame, and it was like great. I mean, like Ghoulies. For God's sake, you remember Ghoulies?
Yes.
The little green bald guy coming out of the toilet. Yeah, that was great.
If you're talking about Navy SEALs, the movie, somebody said Delta Force and Navy SEALs. Navy SEAls, the movie sucked. If you're even remotely aware of the Navy and the SEAls, that movie sucked ass.
Yeah, but it was funny.
Although it was shot where I lived, and the aircraft carrier that they're on, my friend's dad worked on. He was actually an extra in the movie.
My favorite part is early on where like they're doing a mission or something, and you just the one guy, I think it was Charlie Sheen, might have been somebody else, but he looks up at the sky and says, "God, can you hear me?" And then it cuts to this guy with like a 50 cal sniper rifle saying, "This is God." Just like that's so fucking rad.
The part where he jumps off out of the Jeep.
Yeah, right at the beginning of the wedding. Yeah.
I've driven over that many times, and I really wish he would have died in the making of that because that was so fucking stupid. Yes, but we've talked about Police Academy before. Those were such great movies up until 4.
Yeah,
I've only seen the first
Citizens on Patrol. That was
Citizens on Patrol. Yes.
God, my memory.
With Tony Hawk actually in the beginning of that movie, though you don't see his face.
Oh, okay.
He's one of the skateboarders there.
Oh, God, he must have been a teenager then.
He was. He does the skateboarding that gets attributed to David fucking Spade.
Oh, you're shit.
He does.
True story.
Spade.
That's funny.
Oh man.
But speaking of the Navy, that reminds me, Down Periscope.
Oh,
I love Down Periscope. That was actually pretty good.
That's an underrated comedy. That actually didn't get as much
is.
attention as it should have. Yeah, because I think Kelsey Grammer kind of threw people off.
But it was one of my favorite things that he's ever acted in.
Yeah.
It's like his best role. I love that movie. I love everything about that movie. I still watch it all the time.
I remember he's like, what the running gag was, he had tattooed on his dick,
Yeah.
"Welcome
Yes.
aboard."
Welcome aboard.
Mara's mad because we're ignoring the chat. We do that all the time. You should know that.
I wish the chat had like audio cues or something, like ding ding,
You know-
like you got a
Or
donation
pop
or
it
something.
up where like we could see it.
Somebody mentioned Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Spagoli.
Judge Reinhold movie.
The only good part of that movie is Phoebe Cates coming out of the pool.
Yeah. She married Kevin Kline. They've been married forever. You know what Phoebe Cates movie I love also? Drop Dead Fred.
Oh, I loved Drop Dead Fred.
Drop Dead Fred was great. I mean, it's silly, but it's awesome.
I was a kid, and that was one of my favorite movies. I pretended I had I didn't really have an imaginary friend, but I pretended I had one just because it was in the movie.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
I have never seen Monster Squad. Somebody asked me in the chat.
Oh, Monster Squad! God, that is such a great memory. There's a really great scene in there I mean, it's such a cheese movie, but there's this one part where the kids are trying to find out like lore on how to beat the monsters, right? And they go to this old man, the creepy old man at the end of the street kind of deal, and they're talking to him, and they're trying to find out like about monsters and all this other stuff. And as they're leaving the house, I think one of the kids says, have you ever actually met any monsters before? And the old man just kind of looks down and says, yes, I have. And the kids walk out, and the camera kind of pans over, and he's got numbers tattooed on his wrist. And it's so subtle. And I mean, it's such a weird moment in that movie. And it was just very understated, and they never mentioned it again. I was just like, wow, that was good. A lot of good stuff in that movie.
I saw a story the other day. Yesterday, the TV show Buffy the Vampire Slayer turned 20 years old.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I fucking love Buffy the series. The first movie was fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But like the first 4 seasons of Buffy were excellent. I used to watch it constantly.
No one has mentioned Goonies, Mr. United for the Children. Goonies is also an excellent movie.
I liked Goonies when I was little. I liked it a lot.
I'm glad they didn't remake it.
Yeah, I hope they never do.
There was a rumor for the longest time they were going to do a sequel and get all the original cast back, and they would be the parents of kids who would have to go on some adventure to save them from something, which, depending on how they did it, might not be awful.
Yeah, that would depend
but it would
a
be
lot.
it'd be very tough to balance that and make it anywhere near as good. It would also require some really good child actors. Like if they had gotten the cast from Stranger Things or something, they might have been able to get away with it. But
they nailed the 80s
genre
style.
They would have to try to bring that genre style back.
Well, they are. I mean, Stranger Things and John Wick at this point have inspired all sorts of copycats. And
I haven't watched Stranger Things yet. I've been meaning to.
It is so good.
It is really good.
Did you guys see the stories about the original Goonie house, the people that own it?
Yes.
Poor bastards get bothered all the time to this day by people coming by to see them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they used to be real nice about letting people come up to the house and everything until people started like vandalizing the house and stuff. Then they were like, "Fuck all of you, get off our property."
See, what they need to do is charge admission.
Yep,
that's the capitalist thinking.
You would think. Do the truffle shuffle.
Yep, and you hire a kid that looks like Chunk and put him out front.
You know what he
do that though.
You know what he went on to do? The guy who played Chunk, he became a celebrity lawyer in Hollywood, like an entertainment lawyer.
Nice.
Did he really?
And he got all svelte and everything. If you look at pictures of him now, he looks really good. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
So if they actually got him back to do acting again, that'd be amazing.
It's like the fat kid from Stand By. Is it Stand By Me?
Oh, Chris O'Donnell. Oh, no, not Chris O'Donnell. O'Connell.
I think so, yeah.
Why am I forgetting his name all of a sudden?
Lucky Pop-Tart.
Jerry O'Connell.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Lost Boys?
No, Stand By
No,
Me.
not you. In chat, somebody said, "What's the movie with vampires with the group of kids run by the Billy Idol-looking wannabe?"
Yeah, the Lost Boys. Yeah. Yeah. Kiefer Sutherland is a Billy Idol wannabe. Yeah. Flatliners. That's another one that I really liked from that time.
That was actually pretty good.
They're doing a sequel right now. They're making it.
Yeah. I think we brought it up a few streams ago, but The Last Boy Scout still.
Oh, Last Boy Scout was so underrated. So underrated.
Yeah, God, that movie needs more attention, and nobody ever talks about it. There was a Shane Black written thing. Same guy did Lethal Weapon. Bruce Willis and Damon
Wayans.
Damon Wayans. Those guys had such great chemistry. Shit, they could have made a whole series out of that stuff.
Yeah, the best lines: "Touch me again, I'll kill you."
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, nails!
And especially the beginning when the football player pulls out the gun and shoots the guy. When I was a kid, I thought, man, that fits in so well with that game.
Yeah,
they should totally put that into the game.
You know, an old movie that y'all probably don't know it, but it's called The Education of Little Tree.
Oh yeah,
you do.
Yep.
That
Scribe knows every movie ever made.
Acting in it.
Yeah, that was. Oh God, was that William Catt? Oh God, I gotta look this up now.
Yeah, I had to watch it in school when I was a kid, and I loved it.
Now SDA shows up.
Now that there's already vag in the stream.
We have a vaginal stream.
It was James. It was James Cromwell. James Cromwell was in Education of Little Tree. He played Grandpa.
Well, that kid did a really good job.
Joseph Ashton. Let's see. What did he do?
Somebody mentioned
he's a voice actor now.
Somebody mentioned The Toy with Richard Pryor and Jackie Gleason. That was a good movie, but my favorite Richard Pryor movie is actually the remake of Brewster's Millions that he was in with John Candy. I just fucking love that movie.
My favorite Richard Pryor movie is Superman 3.
I love Superman 4 because it is the cheesiest goddamn movie ever.
Nuclear Man.
Nuclear Man.
Voiced by Gene Hackman.
Yeah, oh, it was so bad.
Now, there's somebody we don't hear about anymore. Gene Hackman dropped off the face of the earth.
Yeah, now y'all went older than me. I don't know any of those.
That's okay.
Like, I hadn't watched them.
Oh, yes, Silver Streak is good. First Cynic says. Yeah, Silver Streak.
Silver Streak. What was that one? Was that
Hear No Evil, See No Evil with Gene Wilder was also pretty funny.
Oh, yeah, those were good, yeah. He did a couple with Gene Wilder, didn't he?
He did quite a few. Like I think Silver Streak was one of them, and then Hear No Evil, See No Evil, and then he wasn't in Lady in Red.
There was another. I know there was another one.
The only Gene Wilders I ever saw were Willy Wonka and Blazing Saddles.
Willy Wonka.
Oh, Willy Wonka was great. That whole movie is just so fucked.
Oh,
that was an amazing movie.
Mara's taking SDA. They're going to do their own stream. Fuckers.
Oh, fine.
Whatever. Let me join.
Hi, Gutenberg. There'll be more pussy for you.
Hey, whoa.
Hey. Oh, sorry. Smoosh cookies.
I was going to refrain. I was going to refrain from using the word smush cookie tonight, but
oh, sorry.
I don't want to.
That has to be the weirdest term I've heard yet.
Yeah, in my defense, I was extremely inebriated last night.
Oh, okay. The other movies with Richard Pryor: Silver Streak, Stir Crazy,
Crazy,
Hear No Evil, and Another You.
Yeah, Stir Crazy was the one where they were in prison.
We all know the crazy things Gutenberg will say when he's drunk.
Oh, I wasn't drinking. I smoked a little too much weed.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, you did. You were giggling like a little girl.
Yeah, it was. I went back and watched the stream. I was like, oh man, I need to shut my mouth more.
I liked you being all giggly. That was funny.
Oh, The Bad Seed. Yeah, the really old one, or The Good Son, which was basically a remake of The Bad Seed with Macaulay Culkin.
Oh,
yeah.
I actually liked The Good Son.
The Good Son that ending was so fucking twisted.
That was messed up.
Yeah, it's like they killed Macaulay Culkin. Good job. You picked the right one. You picked Frodo over Macaulay Culkin. Good job.
Trading Places is one of my all-time favorite movies. I can watch that at any time.
That's a good
Yes.
flick. That's a good flick.
And Coming to America is another great one.
That is an Eddie Murphy movie that's pretty good, yeah.
I like Coming to America, but of his comedies, it's probably my least favorite. I actually like Harlem Nights better than that.
Oh, yeah.
I actually hadn't seen Harlem Nights.
What, not Vampire in Brooklyn?
Oh, God, that was so bad.
Yeah, it was.
That was so bad.
Actually, now I never saw it, but I always heard that Boomerang was a good movie of his.
Boomerang is actually really good. It's funny as shit.
Yeah, because I know the Boys to Men song was in there, like End of the Road, I think it was.
I hadn't seen it either.
Yeah, Boys to Men, God, I haven't heard about them in a while either.
They just had a comeback a couple years ago.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah, it didn't go. I mean, not as big as they had been.
Yeah.
They were. I can't believe that they fell off like they did. They had the really big album with 2, and everybody's waiting for a follow up and just nothing.
I don't know. Like the a cappella barbershop quartet kind of thing I don't think it had legs after everything else and alternative music came out and everything else it did.
Well, their problem was they went off and started doing like guest spots with other singers. Like they did the song with Mariah Carey and instead of doing their own stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did like Coming to America with the McDowells instead of McDonald's.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And the dude with his Jerry curl.
Yeah, they could never remake that movie today.
Eric LaSalle from
Oh yeah,
ER.
Yeah, and he was just in Logan.
Oh, was he?
I was amazed when the credits came up and I saw Eric LaSalle. I was like, God, I haven't seen him since ER. What's he? And he did. I mean, he was in the movie briefly, but he did a good job.
Thank you, Sarah.
I just watched Logan last night with my husband.
What'd you think? Oh, it's so good. We'll talk about it at some point after Monkey's seen it, so we don't like.
Face Off was a horrithe movie with a great premise.
Oh, but it has such cheese awesome lines in it though. That's the problem.
It did, but in the end, the final battle between two was just so shit.
Yeah.
That was just bad.
See, I think the problem was they gave John Woo way too much freedom to do the movies that he was doing, like Broken Arrow and then Face Off and everything. Wait, was
Broken Arrow was so bad, and I was so disappointed. We actually went and saw that at the theater.
I did too. I mean, there were bits I liked.
Yeah,
but it wasn't a good movie.
No, it was one that could have been so much better, and it's they tried to make too much plot in an action movie.
Just about any time that John Travolta is the bad guy, the movie sucks ass. Like Pelham 1, 2, 3. God, that sucked.
What's the one he did with Hugh Jackman?
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah. Swordfish.
Oh yeah, Swordfish. God, Swordfish.
That was such an awesome. That movie actually holds up really well.
Does it? Because the only thing that I remember being like the high note of that was Halle Berry getting naked.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Because Hugh Jackman being a computer hacker just never worked for me.
Yeah, I didn't really like Swordfish.
Oh, Swordfish was a great movie. Y'all don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you're right. I don't.
You know what was an old movie that genuinely freaked me out when I was a kid was Volcano. The idea that there would be like a natural disaster like that you could do nothing about. And it just freaked me right out as a little kid.
You know what freaked me out when I was a little kid? Dreamscape. With Dennis Quaid, and like they could go into people's dreams, and there was the guy that turned into the big snake monster, and they were trying to like kill the president through dreams.
Dude, Freddy Krueger when I was a kid scared the shit out of me.
Oh no, I was watching Freddy Krueger when I was 3. I fucking loved it.
It was scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, Freddy Krueger and like original Jason with the hockey mask and original Michael Myers. Like all those first couple movies are good.
They were too slow. Like dude walks towards him and shit. Like come on.
At least Freddy had like a slashing effect.
Yeah. Well, he'd run at you and fuck with you and cut
and he had great lines too. He was always joking and stuff. Those other guys were silent the whole time.
Yeah.
The reason that Freddy Krueger never scared me as a kid was I always thought he was so badass and cool. And Freddy, he attacks you using your fear. So I was never scared of him. So I never had to worry about, Freddy. Like, you had to be scared of him for him to be able to hurt you.
Yeah, when you were a kid, Nightmare on Elm Street was fucking terrifying.
Yeah, it was. That was the first scary movie I ever saw, and it fucked me up for weeks.
My mom, I didn't sleep, so my mom would just leave snacks and stuff out when I was like 3, and I would just, take care of myself when I was little. And so I found it on TV, and I do believe Nightmare on Elm Street was my first Freddy Krueger movie that I saw, and I loved it. I was watching them every night at like 3 a.m.
First horror movie. For some reason, I doubt it's the first one I ever saw, but for some reason, the one that comes to mind is Leviathan, which was basically just sort of a ripoff of Alien, but under the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think I saw that one too, but I can't remember.
I can't remember. I just like the earliest horror movie I can think of in my head, but yeah, anyway.
All right, chat. Any questions you got? Now's the time to ask.
Ask me a question, chat.
Ask Gutenberg something.
Yeah, God. He never talks.
I mentioned this in another stream. Somebody said Jaws was scary. The only reason Jaws scared me so bad is that the next day was my first day I ever went in the Atlantic Ocean. The movie itself didn't scare me that bad until I got to the water and couldn't see under it.
I have a fear of deep sea and the ocean in general. Like I go out in the wake, but if I can't touch, I know statistically speaking, you're more likely to win the lottery than have a shark eat you. But there's just something about you don't know what's under you. It freaks me the fuck out.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like watching the movie Jaws never freaked me out, but I'm like you. I cannot get out in water that I can't see the bottom of.
You know what horror movie you two need to watch then if you really want to fuck yourselves up? It's a movie called Open Water.
Yeah, I've never watched it for that reason.
Yeah, it's there's no monsters in it. It's not supernatural or nothing. It's just two people stuck in the ocean with life vests and nothing else, and they've just been left behind. And that. Yeah, if you want to, if that is your biggest fear, and you want to completely piss your pants, watch that movie.
I'm an adult now, Scribbles. I'm okay.
Okay, so you'll shit your pants? What? I don't know.
However, I did to switch it up a little bit. I watched a documentary on one of the new cruise liners that Caribbean put out. It's called the great.
Here, this is what you call it, the salmonella.
The salmonella.
I believe it's called Royal of the Seas, and this fucking thing is like 200 feet long, 150 foot high. It just the size of this fucking
200
thing is
feet long.
insane.
200 feet long, not very long.
They have another Titanic moment.
It might have been 200 feet wide. Let me look it up.
Okay. All right.
I'm just bringing up shit now.
Yeah, I mean, they're floating
these
cities.
days are fucking huge.
Yeah, they're just floating malls, basically, at this point.
Yeah.
They look like a strong wind would knock them over.
Yeah, well, either that or bad captaining.
Yeah.
They do get knocked over at alarming rates, don't they? I've seen a lot of stories about them fucking flipping over and stuff.
I always wanted, somebody said they worked on cruise ships for 5 years. I always wanted to work on a cruise ship. I thought it would be fun. Maybe it's the Navy brat in me just wanting to get out on the open water.
Holy cow. So I'm just reading up on what's going on with the Netherlands and the Turkish riots and all this.
Oh, they still going at it?
Let's see. Dutch riot police have broken up a rally in support of President Erdogan in the Netherlands, in Rotterdam, hours after a minister was refused entry in the Turkish consulate in Rotterdam. The Turkish minister was then escorted to the German border and expelled. Oh, boy. Let's see. What else? Turkey is holding a referendum on 16 April on whether to turn from a parliamentary to a presidential republic more akin to the United States. If successful, it would give sweeping new powers to the president, allowing them to appoint ministers, prepare the budget. In order to get it passed, Mr. Erdogan needs to get the votes. Oh, so okay, I was mistaken. It's something that's going on in Turkey, and so Netherlands disagrees with what they're doing in Turkey, and so they expelled the foreign minister for what they're doing in Turkey. That changes things quite a bit in my mind. That's weird. It's like, we don't agree with what your country's doing to your government, so we're going to keep you out of ours because you're going more democratic. What? I don't.
That's weird.
Okay. I'm more confused now, so I'm going to stop talking because I don't know what's going on now.
That's how we do news here.
Yeah. This is why I don't do news on my channel. I can't keep up with this stuff. And there's people that do this as like their job that do it far more in depth and better than I can, and faster too. And they pay attention to this. I just can't do it.
Dead air.
The FCC will shut us down. They're going to take away our license. Scribe a Turkish speaker was going to speak in the Netherlands about pushing Islam and Sharia. Yeah, I read that too, but it doesn't make any sense to me. It's like he was talking about stuff going on in his country, right? Or was he trying to push that into the Netherlands? I'm confused.
Dude, I have no fucking idea.
I know, I'm talking to the chat because people on here seem to have a better idea of it than I do, because I'm just kind of all over the place. Would you ever be willing to do a video on the woman who thinks BDSM is a sexual orientation?
What?
It's a lifestyle. It's not an orientation. I mean, sexual orientation is like, are you attracted to a particular gender or the other? That's a sexual orientation.
If they're trying to claim it's a sexual orientation, then they probably are trying to attach one of those genders to it. You know, they claim a lot of genders nowadays.
Yeah,
every sexual fetish is not a new orientation.
Yeah,
it's just a fetish.
Yeah, BDSM is such an umbrella term. It could be as complicated as ropes and pulleys and leather, or just as simple as getting your toes sucked. It's not.
Yeah.
I mean, the letters mean specific things, but over time, it is a far broader category. It's not an orientation.
Chat, it's a gender. Everything's a gender.
Everything's a gender. Well, if you listen to that girl in that video I did today, every culture is a gender, class is a gender, race is a gender.
Yes, race is. Yeah.
That laundry list just broke my fucking brain.
Yeah.
I used to like.
Hair.
Oh yeah, it was perfect. It was perfect feminist SJW red hair.
Yes.
Just like Amanda's got.
Hair?
Well, it's a rank insignia of the SJW brigade. You're like you're like Captain Picard with that hair you've got.
Yeah, well, they can go fuck themselves. I had it first.
That bright, unnatural red or blue. Occasionally, you'll see a purple.
Hey, I only went purple because my cousin has lupus, and it was Lupus Awareness Month, so I dyed my hair purple for her for that month.
Okay, so the latest from the chat. Erdogan is demanding the right to canvass in the Netherlands for a yes vote on the referendum, which will make him basically a non-democratic dictator, and all powers will be removed from the parliament. Okay.
Oh, he's pulling an Emperor Palpatine.
Okay. So they were going to use the Netherlands as a vehicle to help him gain greater power through their quasi not democratic presidential system. Okay. Now that makes a bit more sense as to why the Netherlands would want to dissuade that from happening in their country. Still messy.
Wait, somebody mentioned in chat that their cousin claims to be, or sorry, friend claims to be demisexual.
Oh God.
Oh goodness.
I want to discuss this because I did a video where I mentioned that there are three sexualities. There's homosexuality, heterosexuality, and bisexuality. Everything else follows along those. Some people get mad because I don't include asexual, but that's not a sexuality. It's the absence of sexuality, so it doesn't count.
Right.
Everything else, demisexual, whatever the fuck kind of sexual you want to claim, is still just bisexual, homosexual, or heterosexual. Some people get into, well, if a trans person is attracted to another trans person, well, then that's trans demi, whatever the fuck stupid shit they come up with. No, it all comes down to, do you have a penis? Does your partner have a penis? That is homosexual. Does your partner have a vagina? That would make it heterosexual. Do you not care which one your partner has? You're bisexual. Every fucking thing falls under that.
Exactly.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get off on a rant there, but that pisses me. Demisexual is not a fucking thing.
Sapiosexual.
It's just people trying to be more special than they
I know.
aren't.
Somebody sent me a link to a dating site or something a while back that had they said, look at all the options you have under sexuality or preference or whatever, and there was like 12 or 15 fucking options, and I was like, what the hell is this? It's gobbledygook.
Somebody asked what the difference is between sexuality and fetish. Your sexuality is whether you're attracted to a man or a woman or both. A fetish is something that you like that is out of the ordinary, usually. Yeah. Like liking feet or BDSM or liking fat chicks, liking balloons.
Yeah. Something that makes you horny that is less than or is more specific or off the beaten path than simply you're an attractive person of gender that I am attracted to. So like, I like having my hair pulled. That could be a fetish. Yeah. Or I like to spank women. That could be a fetish. Little things like that.
Yeah, your sexuality is just who you're having sex with.
Scribe light better than you sexual. No, that's Anna. That's Anna Kasparian sexual.
Where the hell did Goot go? Is he off looking at cruise line still?
He's looking at cruise line porn.
That's what I was gonna say. He's looking at porn, probably.
He's trying to find a cruise line ship that's got big tits.
That'll help him float.
Gluten-free sexual.
Gluten-free
sexual.
I like
Excuse
that.
me.
That's funny.
Carrie Ann's last video. Oh yeah, I did see Carrie Ann's last video. I actually tweeted it out when she made it.
No.
All right, I'm back.
I love Carrie Ann. Why isn't Carrie Ann here?
Guess who's back?
By the way, the largest is called Harmonia of the Seas and is 220. That's why I said Harmonia of the Seas. It is 226,000 tons and the length is 1,190 feet.
That sounds better because we said 200 feet. Yeah, the cruise ship 200 feet. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but it's what I was talking about is the beam, and I don't know what that means, but that's that's 215 feet.
Yeah, because we said 200 feet. I thought it was the SS Minnow.
Nice
reference.
I did actually get that one finally.
Yay!
I love those old fucking Gilligan's Island.
Those old
yeah, I loved Gilligan's Island when I was a kid.
Yeah, Star Trek Voyager was great, wasn't it?
Oh, fuck you!
I loved MASH.
That's a disrespect to Roddenberry's memory.
What, Voyager?
Voyager sucked ass.
Yeah, it was Gilligan's Island in space.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
Gilligan's Island wasn't gay.
Wait. Are you saying that the skipper and Gilligan weren't a little
Okay, they might have beat each other off, but they weren't gay.
I mean, when you had to like look at Ginger and Marianne the whole time but couldn't touch, I mean, yeah, come on.
You see, it wasn't a reality show. We didn't have cameras on them all the time.
Okay. But man, Ginger, oh.
No, Marianne.
Yeah, well, I could go either way. The pigtails were good too, but Ginger was pretty hot. She was a redhead, and I like redheads.
I like Ginger better.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know what you're talking
I
about.
feel like I should hide.
Yeah, get ready.
I love
Star
redheads.
Trek Enterprise was the best. Chevron, you do not know. You must be from the mirror universe, because no.
Look, George Soros is here.
Oh shit. We're all fucked now.
I like his comment. You should have Carrie Ann on a stream. I might be semi in love with her. It's your fault. I've asked her to be on streams, and she's thinking about it. So maybe
you'll be her first stop if she decides to do a stream. I bet you.
Where's Carrie Ann?
Better be.
Yeah.
What's that?
I haven't seen her in any of your chats recently.
She wasn't here last night. She was here the night before.
Yeah, she was saying hi the night before. I tweeted her earlier today.
She came in late. That's okay. She's allowed to.
So, George Soros, what do you have planned next for the world?
What protest are you sponsoring next?
Yes. What grassroots opposition are you going to drum up in order to push the opposite side to push your narrative? Counterintelligence.
Speaking of your protests and stuff, did you watch my video today?
Yes. Cars run over people. Yeah. It's legal now, you know.
Oh my God, that fucking fat bastard!
And who was the homeless guy?
I don't know.
I was like, I know most of the TYT crew by sight at least, but that guy was like, who the hell is that?
I made a joke in the last TYT video I did about them having a homeless guy on there, and then this time it looks like they actually brought one. That dude, they look like they picked him up as they went under an underpass and brought him to the studio.
You look like the stereotypical like Vietnam vet kind of guy or whatever.
They must listen to your show, monkey.
It could be. Where do you guys stand on running over these fuckers standing in the street?
Absolutely.
Obviously, you shouldn't do it, but if they're going to put themselves in danger in running traffic, sometimes it's going to happen just by accident, for God's sake.
I think you should be able to push them, and if they don't get out of the way, you can keep hitting your gas until they do. Like you pull up to them slowly and give them a chance to move, and then if they don't,
only if it's
you
being
don't
recorded.
gun it.
Only if it's being recorded, because if they charge you with vehicular assault, you don't have any way around it unless you've got film, and even then, it's a real hard balance to say that you weren't vehicular assault.
If they were in the process of blocking the street, it doesn't matter.
Run them over.
If they were part of the protest, you can. I laugh every time I see them get run down.
Let's put it this way: it is something I would like to see put to the test through the system. If because this is happening more and more lately, if somebody can try to nudge someone out of the way with their car and not have it be vehicular assault or a charge there too, I'd love to see a precedent put down about it.
I'd like to make sure that they word it carefully, because I don't want the stop a douchebag guys. I don't want somebody to be like, oh look, you can't, you can hit them, but they're trying to stop people from driving on sidewalks and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'd want it worded right.
Let's bring back Death Race 2000 for dumb protesters. Man, now there's a movie. That was a Roger Corman that had it had Sylvester Stallone in it. It had David Carradine as Frankenstein. Oh my God.
Batman says, Scribe, get a vertical takeoff and landing capable car so you can run them over, reverse over them, and then jump up and down on them.
Wait. You want me to teabag the protesters with my car's muffler? Car. All right. Yeah. Except I don't have a car. But that's all right.
That made me lose my train of thought. Well done. Well played, Batman.
Oh yeah. Speaking of hit people with cars, I just watched a documentary doing the making of RoboCop, and that part near the end where he hits the guy that got dumped with a toxic waste. He just explodes all over the windshield.
That is such a cheesy movie that everybody loved at the time.
It's so good. It's still so good because it's all social commentary and it's still so relevant. It's like this is the Reagan 80s turned into a world.
Yeah, I loved RoboCop. That's a fucking good movie.
Yeah, RoboCop was good.
Scribe is like a movie vegan? What? I don't understand that. Oh, you saying like I'm the kind of guy that always has to mention that I like movies?
You don't mention that you like them so much as just
I just
you
have
like
a
them.
I have a lot of crazy trivia about them stuck in my head, and I can't help but relate things to them from time to time, and that's how my brain works.
I got a friend like that. She's super into movies. Like when we were kids, we played games that were based off of movies. She knows everything about like every movie.
No, get her on a
She's super
stream.
dramatic.
Get her on my stream. We'll talk.
I might try to get her to come hang out sometime, but she has 7 kids to take care
Oh,
of.
Jesus.
So
My
I was
God.
going to say we could have a battling 6 degrees
2
of
are
Kevin Bacon battle.
hers, but she married a guy that had a lot of kids already. So yeah. They have a lot
I
of
think
kids to take
Gutenberg
care
is building an atomic bomb.
I was looking for my weed. Actually, I can't find
I was
it.
gonna say, I was just about to say, when you're not drunk or high, you were really quiet, man.
Yeah, I know. Hold
Is-
on. I'll fix that shit. Give me 1 minute.
Fix that up. I need some giggling.
All right.
I
of.
need some giggling in my life.
Giggling
can't-
Gutenberg.
I can't do it on stream because you'll get in trouble. But give me a
Giggleberg.
You can step off camera. Go do it
Yeah.
by your fish. Go get your fish high.
Wait, if you end up on film smoking weed, does that get you in trouble?
No, I mean you can be kicked off YouTube for it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
for the record, I was just joking about him getting high because that's illegal.
You can talk about it, but you just can't.
It's-
I was
it's-
gonna say, are you somewhere where it's legal?
Kind of like my
No.
favorite sexual position last night. That's all jokes, guys. Ghost in the Shell, I'm not even interested in.
They've already.
I kind of want to see it.
They've already whined about it. They were whining about it as soon as Scarlett Johansson was cast. And really, the only reason that movie got any funding or investment at all is because Scarlett Johansson was cast in it. I mean, that's a movie like that needs a really big budget because of all the effects and to try to match up with the cartoon or the anime. Sorry, people are going to kill me now for calling it an anime cartoon. But
It is cartoon.
the only way you find investors to invest in a movie is if they have an expectation of return on investment. And if you don't
Yep.
have a star in your movie or some other really compelling reason, you're not going to get the money you need. And so the budget necessary for that flick required a big name star. They got Scarlett Johansson because technically the girl in the anime isn't Asian, but people think that she has to be because it's a Japanese anime. It's like, okay.
Yeah, like that's not racist. But I haven't actually watched the anime, but I'm actually interested in the movie because I've seen the previews for it and it looks fucking interesting to me.
Just watch the anime. It's an excellent movie. It's right up. I mean, it's only second to Akira as far as like just the best of anime sci-fi.
Anime
I should
is a
because
fucking
it's good.
cartoon.
Yes, it is a cartoon. Let's be honest. I mean, I will pay it respect for the sake that it is a art form that is decidedly more detailed than a simple cartoon. But
But it's
because
still a cartoon.
But that's like playing cartoon off as if it's an art form too. Just because it's less in detail doesn't mean they don't
it's a
put
specific.
effort into it. And
so here's the only thing,
it's a
Monkey.
different style.
Monkey, the only reason that I will argue with you a little bit on that, and I can't do it nearly as well as this other guy did. There's a great video about the making of Akira by Nerd Writer, who's a really good YouTuber who does some super awesome analysis of movies. And he goes through the hoops that the artist had to jump through to make Akira look the way it did. And the amount of work and detail that goes into an anime, a real anime versus your simple cartoon, it does separate the two as an art form, not necessarily as just sort of a reference, but as an art form, anime is different than a cartoon.
Anime is still just a fucking cartoon.
Okay, fine, I
It's-
tried. I did my best, everybody. I did my best.
It's an animated movie, TV show, whichever it is. It's an animated, which is what a fucking cartoon is.
All right. Well, anyway, people in the chat, if you want to see something cool about a really neat analysis of Akira, look up Nerd Writer, and he does a thing about animating light in Akira, and it's very, very good.
Real quick, somebody back a little ways was saying that people have lit up on streams before, and that's absolutely true. I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
But you can get in trouble for that. It's illegal, and you cannot show that. And if somebody wants to be a dick about it, they can get your channel taken away.
Right.
So I don't recommend it.
Yeah. They can show that they can show that on intervention, but they can't show it on a stream.
Right. It's one of the things we agree to when we sign up here.
Yeah.
So can you get in trouble for it if you show it, but you're in a place where it's legal and you're doing it legally?
Yes, because it's still illegal federally.
Broadcasting.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you're broadcasting it federally. Yeah, and you agree.
I was
not
just
to.
wondering how that, the nuance of that. Because there are people that
The
are
only
legally
the only
smoking it.
line you can get away with really is if you are like if Vice as a quote unquote news organization did a documentary involving drug addiction,
Yes.
you could get away with showing it as a documentary piece. But as far as like doing it on a stream, as far as entertainment or promoting it or something else, then you're kind of in trouble. But if you either comedy or documentary, I think you can get away with it, which is kind of a weird way to put it, but that's just the way it is apparently.
Yeah, and if somebody ever wanted to get you in trouble for it, they could.
Yeah, exactly. Just takes one bad apple to flag you.
Yep. And let's be honest, the SJWs are playing really dirty these days.
Yeah, they'll flag you for no reason, so why give them one?
YouTube heroes.
Oh, fucking hero.
I want to be a hero.
That was such a dumb idea.
Anytime
you put a community in charge of itself, what are you watching over there, woman? Okay.
Me? What?
No, I was talking to my wife. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
What you watching?
I see. She's over there smiling, and I was
Is she
making.
watching the cat?
Like, who are you
No,
looking
no,
at?
she's actually watching a TV show.
Oh, is it Grey's Anatomy?
No, she's watching Shark Tank.
Oh God.
Anime phobe. I'm not an anime phobe. I'm not. I don't. To me, the people who just love their anime take it way too damn seriously.
I love anime. I don't take it that seriously.
If people get upset about you calling anime a cartoon, they take it way too seriously.
It doesn't really bother me, but I think cartoon is an art form as well. I mean, it might be different.
Oh, I love cartoons. I fucking love cartoons. I think they're
Batman
awesome.
the animated series, great. That's an art form.
Tiny Toons.
Oh God, Tiny Toons is so good.
Muppet Babies.
I'll cut in real quick. Hey, everybody in the chat. There's that little button at the bottom with the $sign on there. So if you feel compelled to put a couple bucks in the hat, it is appreciated.
Oh, thank you so much.
Muppet Babies.
Animaniacs.
I was never a fan of the Animaniacs.
The first season or so of Animaniacs were great because it was so it's like it was writing that line between Tiny Toons and almost Ren and Stimpy with some of the inside jokes they got away with. They got away with a lot of dirty shit.
Yeah.
Man, I love Ren and Stimpy. And Rocco's Modern Life.
Oh God, where he's like working at the sex line.
They got away with they got
away with so much shit with that show.
Well, look at SpongeBob. SpongeBob is a whole joke about being inside a woman's panties.
Yeah, SpongeBob is the child of Rocco and Ren and Stimpy, really.
Yeah.
I can remember when SpongeBob first came out. I was like 11 years old, and that was the day that cartoons really changed, where everything stopped from my childhood. That was like the late 90s awesomeness, and cartoons just started getting stupid from the point of SpongeBob on.
Oh, I love SpongeBob.
I love SpongeBob.
I fucking love SpongeBob.
I love SpongeBob when it came out, but it changed everything when it came to cartoons for kids.
So, speaking of cartoons, Sean Ski says Heavy Metal. We have not talked about Heavy Metal, the cartoon movie Heavy Metal.
I'm not a fan, mostly because of the art style.
The art, the sort of drawing over live action, sort of Ice and Fire wizards kind of stuff. I appreciate it. I appreciate its sort of anthology stories and everything like that, but it just doesn't rate very high in my book.
Yeah, and it certainly has a place in movie history just because of the bands that were involved in it, but just not for me. It's too 70s looking to me.
Fucking pick me, Scribe Light. I'm finally here. Pick you for I don't understand. Le Nuggets or whatever. I'm missing something obviously.
What does he need to pick you for?
Exactly. Pick me for what? Pick you for what?
I have still never seen Spinal Tap, and I know I need to.
Oh, Spinal Tap's great, and even those are two movies back to back that actually work together very well. Even though you'd think the second one would suck, they're both pretty funny. My favorite part is when they're going to a concert and they're getting ready to go to one of their shows, and they get there, and the marquee says "Puppet Show." And underneath it says, and Spinal Tap.
Nice.
It's just like, he wants in the stream. I don't have any control over that.
Ah, fucking found it.
Whoa, what? What?
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. I've been looking for the last 20. Problem is, I got high and I hide shit on myself.
You're a squirrel?
Stoner found his stash.
Jesus Christ.
No, the problem is, my buddy and we built him a PC the other day, and there's a whole bunch of plastic bags from pulling out the cases and the graphics cards and whatnot. And for some reason, I accidentally threw it away because I thought it was a piece of plastic from the computer shit.
So
anyway,
you dug your stash out of the garbage.
No, I have a plastic bag where we were throwing all the shit away next to me.
Okay, well, everybody, Gutenberg is a pot squirrel. He buried it and couldn't remember where to put it.
I want to address this real quick because people have often asked to get in the stream. I try not to go over 4 people in the stream because it just ends up with so many people talking over each other.
Yeah.
So there are times that I will invite people from the chat into the stream, but it's got to be a time when we're at 3 or less.
Hey, there's Danica Lee.
Dude, I have
Oh, hey,
jokingly complained to be in every stream. Like, I always do that because stream crashing is kind of something I'm known for. But I only halfway mean it, just like if someone wants to throw me an invite.
Oh, the problem I have right now is that I have 4 people that I usually work with that are really good with Satsu, SDA, and Scribe. And if all 3 of them are here, I invited Gutenberg even though I was expecting the other 3 because he fits really well. But
Well, Gutenberg is always fun.
anytime you get over 4, it just seems to get so bogged down to where it's impossible to pay attention to what's going on.
Yeah, you need people that know when not to talk and when to stop talking too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, see, I suck.
See,
and everybody stopped.
Yeah, whoever starts talking first gets the right of way, even if you cut something off. That's just radio 101.
Yeah, and the more people you have on, inevitably the conversation gets diluted by just too much information at once. I mean, especially for me, I get sort of like claustrophobic on an audio level if I'm in a stream and people are just sort of chit-chatting back and forth and not really talking about anything substantive. Yeah. Substantive, which is Irate Bear's favorite word, by the way. Any of you in the chat who like Irate Bear, just tell him substantive for me at some point, and he'll know what you're talking about.
The Nuggets, I didn't think you were asking. Somebody said that you were, but I was waiting for your answer for what you were saying. That just reminded me of what I wanted to say because it's something I've been meaning to bring up because we are getting asked more and more for people to join. But yeah, 5 just tends to be too much.
You should do a stream where you like rotate in people that have been like loyal followers or whatever, like give them 10-15 minutes and then rotate to the next one just to have on kind of thing.
Yeah, if someone wants to pop on, I'll pop out.
And now everybody's quiet.
Oh, you should make them donate to get on.
Oh, yeah.
$2 cover.
There are people I would make exceptions for.
People with more subs.
Yeah, because they would that helps.
Yeah.
No, that not even with that. I mean, like if we had a really good flow going, I would probably if Bering said, "Hey, could I join?" I'd be like, no, or I'd ignore his text and pretend I didn't see it or something. Not text. He doesn't text me. We're not good friends, but Twitter, DM. That's the word. For me, it's I would love to have the big guys on all the time, but for me, it's more about maintaining entertainment for the people watching than sucking up to somebody else.
Yeah, I forget who it was. Somebody was saying either in Twitter or one of the comments that they work like some long graveyard shift or something, and in like Canada, and that they wish our streams would go on longer to cover his entire shift while he's listening.
Oh, I saw that comment.
Yeah.
Call me Oz. The reason I don't call out people's names is because half the time I'm not sure I'd pronounce them right.
Yeah.
And I try not to look like an idiot.
Yeah, I hate when I do that. Say somebody's name wrong or something. I do shit like that all the time.
That's their fault for having a fucked up name.
Yeah, make it simple.
I don't mind when I look like an idiot, though. I look like an idiot half the time. I'd be like, well, I said it wrong. Fuck it. My bad.
Have you seen my past?
What's wrong? What's wrong with my chat interaction? Just because we ignore chat doesn't mean we don't interact with it.
Ignore Trat.
I suck
Okay.
at doing my own streams. Like, I'll just get drunk and have a bunch of people on, and I have no idea what we're talking about. We're just all gonna get on and shit talk some.
I just preset some broad topic and then charge my guests with coming up with something based off of that to talk about by the time they arrive.
And then bring up an obscure movie that no one knows.
Well, sure, but it's my stream. I can do it anytime I want. There, I got to play by Monkey's rules and the chat's rules over here. But
Scribe streams, man. He's got it. You got to follow the rules, man.
Yeah, I mean, I try to keep it to about 4 people max, and I have a overarching theme, and that's about as much structure as I give. But I also try to moderate it and keep things, within the lines to a certain extent. And I cut it off at 2 hours so it doesn't go too long. Because
go ahead.
I
said when we first started, I wanted to keep them short, and then as we did more and more, it's like I'm just having fun talking.
Yeah, no, I don't mind that either. I mean, if it's fine for you and I'm not collapsing from exhaustion or something, yeah.
Yeah, I have fun in like everybody's streams, all the different styles. Like, I like hanging out in Danny's streams too, and we'll just shit post, hang out, and talk.
Danny
for
Dingo.
for like 6 hours, and then we'll jump over onto Brother Bears and talk for like another 6 or something. Sometimes I don't stay the whole time.
Every time I'm on one of those guys' streams, basically I spend the entire time calling Brother Bear a noob, and that's about all my contribution.
Nice. No, I just.
Bear is a noob.
I don't want to be mean here. Yeah, I'm not going to say that. What were we talking about before we got onto that? I didn't mean to.
I don't know. Seeing Red brings up an interesting question. Hey guys, is it too late to make vids with my opinions, even if you guys and others have technically said similar things? Like, would that be bad, or would it be okay with my own spin on it? Go for it. Just do it.
What's your intention though? Is it to make money, or to get your voice out there? If it's to make money, I would say no, don't do it. But if you really feel like you have to get this stuff off your chest, go ahead. By all means, make videos.
Yeah.
But if you're in it for the money, you're probably that has long passed.
If you're in it for the money, you can still make money, but you have to be good. Yeah. You have to top the guys. You have to top the guys that have already made it like big, like the Sargons, like the Amazing Atheists and stuff. Those guys have been around a long time. They got a very, very established audience, and word of mouth for those guys is pretty much just money. So yeah.
Yeah, coming up now is like an anti whatever in this genre. Now, as a commentator, you got to be very, very unique and entertaining.
Right.
Yeah. You either have to be like super intellectual or really funny.
Unless your goal is just to make some extra beer money, then go for it, whatever.
Yeah, I mean that's why I don't really care. I'm just out here throwing out my opinion. Like, if that's all you're doing, then it can be a lot of fun.
Yeah, if you're doing it just to have some fun. When I did this, I did not do it for the money at all. I just needed an outlet to get shit off my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't even checked to see how much I might have gotten off my AdSense so far. I haven't looked at it. I don't even know how to get the money from it.
Yeah, but the issue is people start doing this stuff and they think like, oh, I'm going to start making all this money. Then 1 month they might get like a $200-$300 check, and they're like, oh my god, I can double down, and then they'll end up burning themselves out trying to constantly top themselves.
Yeah, the only advice I'd give Seeing Red is, as far as like wanting to avoid overlapping with other people, just look for content to cover or subjects to cover that you haven't seen someone else do yet, because even if you end up saying similar things, it'll at least be on material that's fresh for you, that you're not like being influenced by somebody else's opinion on it.
Yeah. I agree with everybody.
Yeah, the way
I had to cough there.
The way I look for content is I just stroll through YouTube looking for videos to watch that look interesting. And then when you do that, you're bound to find some stupid shit that goes against your common sense, and then you make a video about it.
Well, you don't even have to do. A lot of people come into this genre thinking you have to do a response video, and you really don't. You can pick news stories. There's tons of those that always need somebody to fuck with them.
Hold on, we have a misunderstanding in the chat. No, we're not saying people are losing subs. We're saying if you're trying to come up now, you more than likely will not get as big as Sargon or even come close to it.
Right, unless you've got
we're not saying
Monkey's voice. If you don't have Monkey's voice, you're not going to get anywhere in this business.
We're not saying the big guys are losing subs. That's not what we're saying. Yeah. Spill audio. I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
how do you say that? Mashisu?
What?
Whatever. Sorry about that. That's why I don't try to pronounce names. They asked my thought on TED Talks hitting Sir Sick twice with a copyright.
Right.
I don't know about that.
I saw that he
I
put
saw
a,
it.
yeah, he put a
Yeah.
video out about it. I think Skeptor, no, maybe not Skeptor. Somebody retweeted a video he put out about being hit by Ted. And yeah, I hope he fights him, and I hope they drop it, because that's just bullshit.
Yeah, typically Ted will back down. I was working on a video today and then working on a second video and then jumped in here, so I didn't really watch very much today. So
My husband's been off work the last 2 days, so I've been busy.
But if you want to start making YouTube videos, to whoever said that, the best thing to do is just start uploading. Everyone's videos to begin with are going to suck.
Yep.
Everyone's.
Practice.
So just start uploading whatever you want to do.
the one thing I would tell you, do not go out and drop a shit ton of money on it. Do as much as you can for free, which should be pretty much everything unless you need a mic.
Yeah.
Get a good mic. People will not listen to you if you have a bad mic.
I did invest in the editing software because I could afford it, and I don't have any other like vices or anything. So that's the one thing. Excuse me?
What?
What'd you say? You say something? Huh?
No.
You got something to say? Huh?
I did
Yeah.
fine starting out with my phone and Movie Maker. I
Yeah.
have a mic
Well-
now, and I'm learning Audacity.
It really depends on what kind of channel you're going to do too. If you're going, I mean, like mine with the avatar, you're definitely going to not be able to do that on your phone as well as you can on a computer.
Yeah.
But if you're going to go vlog style, you can do everything on your phone these days, and for free. There are editing software out there that's free. Don't pay for it
Yeah.
yet.
Mundane Matt started his entire channel just doing it on his phone in his car.
Well,
Yeah.
I edit on my computer. I put my avatar into it, but I would record my audio on my phone until just recently my husband bought me a mic.
Hmm.
And a pop filter and a mic stand. He got me all kinds of cool stuff.
Is that what you're using right now?
No, right now I'm on my phone
Oh, okay.
because my one son is asleep. My other one is still up. My husband's in the house with him, so I'm hanging out in the garage with y'all.
With y'all.
Oh, Carrie Ann's here. She changed her avatar.
Oh.
Hi, Carrie Ann.
Hi.
Hey, Carrie Ann, you want to come on the stream?
Chat really wants you to get in here eventually.
Yeah.
No
Someday.
pressure.
Oh, there's plenty of pressure.
Let's see. He did an Ashley Judd video. Those are getting hit all over the place.
Yeah. I've only
Yeah,
barely
she's-
seen a little bit of that, but I've seen Ashley Judd be activist before, so
It is so horrible.
Is it?
Who was it? I think Barron covered it. Watch his video and it's funny as hell.
Yeah, okay.
Every time I see Adindro's full name, it says Whitehall. I don't know why. I see Adindro Walmart.
When I think
Oh, thank you, Ranting Monkey. I'm working on a roast part 2, and he asked to be part of it because he told me I went too easy on him. I'm gonna use that.
Okay, Carrie Ann just.
Oh,
you can't say that to these
Carrie
guys.
Ann, come on.
fuck.
That's not fair. Oh.
I'm going to mute my microphone.
Goot needs a minute.
Yeah, well, visions of sugar plums dance in my head.
Yeah, come on my stream doing that.
Get your dirty self in the shower. Clean off all that. What was that? That powder that you got all over everything today. She got some like a healthy root powder like all over her house today or something. I guess it got into everything. So
nice.
Now she needs to wash it out.
And yeah, there goes my train of thought.
You shower in a bathing suit? Oh, that's not fair either.
You do not.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Hold
But now
on.
I'm imagining you in a bathing suit anyway, so there you go. Oh yeah, turmeric powder. That was it, turmeric powder.
What the hell's turmeric powder?
It's a it's like a ground up root, and it's like this orange powder that's supposed to be like really like it's like almost like a seasoning kind of deal or whatever.
Oh, turmeric.
Turmeric. Sorry, turmeric.
Oh.
And I guess she spilled some today, and it got in like her floor and everything, and it just like you can't get it out. It's so fine. It's just all over the place.
Camel toe shows in a swimsuit.
Oh, see what you did, Carrie.
Oh man. And the stream has lost all consciousness now. Where do we go next, guys?
Where do we go from here? Well, let's see. We could check out the news. What's the headline? Is that Trump still firing all those attorneys?
Most of them stepped down. We just had the one who decided to be a dick about it.
Yeah, Preet Brahara, among dozens asked to resign, he wouldn't resign.
Yeah.
Even though, trading out the previous administration's lawyers is kind of a regular routine. It's not necessarily done in an acrimonious way, but apparently this guy decided, I'm not going to resign. You have to fire me. Like, okay.
Well, when they announced that they were going to fire all of them, asked for their resignations, his name kept being brought up. So he just did this to keep his name in the news.
Yeah.
He's looking for a job after this. He's going to get like some.
He's like,
Carrie-Ann, don't act like we're the bad ones. You knew that was going to happen when you said that.
Yeah, you've watched enough of our streams now. Come on.
Yeah, women pretend they don't know. They
Wait,
know.
are we blaming the victim? Ah, shit.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
God damn it.
She's saying our skirt was too short.
I'm such a patriarch.
It can't be patriarchy. I'm allowed in here.
I'm sitting here in my fuzzy robe and slippers, like a 50s dad. Such a patriarch.
Like a low rent Hugh Hefner.
That's right. I am totally low rent Hugh Hefner. All you low rent Playboy bunnies out there, I have a grotto just waiting for you. It's called my bathtub.
Nice. Okay. We might be coming to the end here because I'm running out of things to say.
Me too.
Okay, so assuming we're going to do this again in 24 hours, we should come up with at least some ideas ahead of time.
I think we should do what kids are missing these days.
Okay, all right. So next stream, whether it's tomorrow or Monday or whatever, we will discuss things that we old folk know of that are now extinct that kids today will probably, if ever, never experience.
And not just the things, the situations.
Yeah, the opportunities, the activities, the dodo birds, that kind of stuff.
To give you an example, one of the ones that comes to my mind is getting away from your parents. You can't do that now because of cell phones. I used to be able to just go, and my mom had no fucking idea where I was.
Right. Basically, little tracking devices you take around with you now.
Yeah. So that's the kind of things that we're thinking of here. And
since I won't be there, probably you probably won't invite me in again. You'll have 4 people, but I was gonna say, kids today, they won't have the same kind of freedom ever again that there was when I was a little kid. And I'm not sure how good or bad a thing that is, but parents nowadays, they have to watch their kids a lot more. They force you to be a helicopter parent, or like you let your kid walk down to the park.
Oh yeah.
And they'll come and take your kid.
Even if you try to give your kid freedom, they see that as some kind of neglectful parenting.
When I was a little kid, my mom would just send us outside. My 6-year-old older brother was watching a 4, 3, and 2-year-old, and we would just all go out in the woods. He would take us to find snake pits and stuff, and kids can't do that.
No,
not anymore.
All right. Yeah, so that'll be the running theme, at least until we run out of things to say about it on the next stream, whenever that happens. Probably tomorrow.
And then you'll go to movies.
Well, movies will be involved in one of the couple of things that I bring up, but not like specific movies. But we'll get to that.
I would invite Anna May. Jesus Christ.
Whoa.
If she wanted to come on. Again, it's still.
Carrie-Ann said she'd do it next week, maybe sometime.
Yeah, I told her just let me know.
Okay.
I like how even on my streams you want to structure it more. Are you like really structured in real life?
Who, me?
Like, you?
Yes. I have a relatively comfortable routine.
Is like everything on your desk perpendicular and
No, I'm not that kind of OCD. To make a very long story short, I try to make my life as low stress as possible, which means a lot of predictability and routine, because the stuff going on in my brain generates enough stress as it is. So, yeah. But I like having a plan. If I was a superhero and I had a name, it would be Contingency.
Plan Man.
I like Contingency.
I like Plan Man.
Too bad.
I'll just call you Mario if I have to.
No.
But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. I'd like to thank Gutenberg, Scribe Light, and Amanda. Their links will all be in the description. As soon as I'm done with this, I'll put them in there. Make sure you check them out. Thank you guys for watching. And your life makes me sad. I will see you next time.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.
Bye. Thanks for having me in one, Red. Thanks.